Yeah. Yeah.
Now that's how you start a stream. We got Elber with the $10 super chat before the stream even started. Shout out to Elber for the $10 super chat. What's good, Logics? Had to start this stream with a token of appreciation. Here you go, brother. Appreciate you, Elber. Y'all W's for Elbert in the chat. W's for Elbert. What up, y'all, man? What's up? How y'all feeling on this weekend, man? Whew, said that's funny. The super chat before the stream is crazy. I appreciate you, Albert. MVP for sure. The music, you like the music? I like that too. I know it's a little, down tempo, but it's still decent. Alright, you said it's in the mail. TJ, where's my trophy? What up, Logics? Umar at it again. Yeah, Umar back at it. Had me vibing. Yeah, bro, I like that shit. It's like I said, it's on a lower tempo, but it's still decent, you know? It's Happy Friday. Oh, I see some new faces in here. Tavy, appreciate you for coming through the stream. Bushido Brown, I know I seen your name before, but I don't know if I seen you in the stream. Appreciate y'all, man. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot we're gonna get to today. It's a lot. It is a lot, and it should be fun. It's gonna be, I know lately it's been a lot of hella serious stuff we've been covering, but today we got a mixture of stuff we could have fun with and get some information. What up, Sandy? We're going to have a little bit of a mix of some serious topics and some funny ones. We could go back and forth. I don't think Umar is going to be super, Umar is not going to be super serious, but y'all know he's almost always a joke. So,
when you were
I
mentioning,
appreciate you for coming through, Jess. All right. So, he was on the Danza Project. And it looks like from the title, he's going to talk. This is not the video. He's going to talk about the update on the school. We're going to get the update on. God damn it.
This has been a very.
God damn it. Dang. It's like you go to click the button. That's what happens. I go to click pause, and then it moves over, and it hits the forward button or whatever. So, Lennon Honor been paying his mortgage for 15 years off Umar's trifling ass. So, we're on Danza Project, and I guess he had to talk. I'm still wondering how much he charged for his interviews. We know that Umar does not do interviews for free. No, the spacebar pauses, but my hand be on the mouse to click already. That's what I need to do. You're right. So, yeah, let's see what he got to say for the updates on the school. Last we checked in, the city of, Wilmington, Delaware, put a notice on the door saying they auctioning off the building because he wasn't paying up. He wasn't keeping up with the bills he had. You know what I'm saying? Used to be an architect who worked in NYC schools, so hearing Umar's BS is especially funny. Yeah, if you know real estate, it's like, come on now.
ladies and gentlemen, this is a really special episode of the Danza Project, something that we've been trying to get going for some time. And like I have been more recently, I've been starting off my shows, seems like a lot with like apologies. As I've kind of been, I'm starting to settle in as a podcaster, as a media personality. And as people are starting to get to know me, I really want to let them know who I am and what I'm about. Now, I went into a wild phase of podcasting, and I had a wild guest that kind of kept us a little bit on edge a lot. And my loyalty has always been like, oh, I'm with you. And I tried to get you to sit down with this gentleman on the show.
Who, Charleston White?
And everything went left for a little bit because it was like, oh, I'm going to make it happen and this and that.
I wonder if you're talking about Charleston White.
And I apologize for trying to force that issue and trying to make that happen because
I feel like it was Charleston.
You clearly stated initially it's not something you were looking to do, and I shouldn't have been pushing it. And so for that, I would like to start this episode out with an apology.
No problem, bro. Appreciate it.
Wisdom, growth.
And Dr. Umar is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's going on, Kato? How you feeling, my brother?
Man, I'm riding on a high, man.
Yeah.
We came
Oh
back
yeah,
with
they've been
a
going.
vengeance.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably. I don't think nobody could tolerate Charleston White for an extended period of time.
Last few episodes have just been crazy.
Absolutely.
What I will say is, Danza, this podcast setup is one of the best setups I've seen for a podcast like to date. Like this is one of my. They have one of the best sets to
Off
me.
with this and
I
more
love
to
it.
come.
Yeah.
We on a roll.
This set
And
is-
this is
crazy.
one of them that I kind of been hiding when I speak to people. I'm like, oh man, I'm telling you, we got a great episode. This episode is going to be phenomenal. So again, my name is Danza,
Hey, yo, Kato.
and this is the Danza Project, and we have Dr. Umar. Now, before we get into any type of conversation, I want to know where you're at because you're constantly working, and when I mean working, you're doing a lot more than most.
Yes, sir.
Right, like
Yes,
it's
sir.
not just the conversations that you're
Right.
having on podcasts; it's the works that you're doing in the communities,
Right.
the conversations that you're having with the youth and with people in general. Where are you at mentally right now? How do you feel?
I guess for me, the one thing that I just want to finalize is the renovations on the FDMG Academy. You know, we've been almost done for so long,
Are you gonna mention what happened to you? Almost get. No, let me stop.
and now we're at the floors. But I'm still scared to say we done, because every time I say we done, something else comes up. So, you know, I ain't been saying nothing. My
Talk
thing
about the
is,
floors.
when it's done, that's when I'll announce it. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
supposed to go back to the Breakfast Club. And I text Charlamagne, I said, I'm not coming back up there one more time to tell people we almost done. You feel me? When we
At least. Oh, now you're self-aware, and you get that damn notice. Like nigga, you losing your building. Now he's aware.
done, I'll schedule with you. I'm not going up to Power 105 again until we done. I'm tired of saying it myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Right?
mean?
Is his accounts froze?
So
Like,
when
what's
we
happening?
done, that's when I'll do it, man. But we real close. When I fly back home tomorrow, I got to get to the school. They laying the floors now, and once that's done, we'll be applying for a certificate of occupancy. That's going to be interesting because the city has not been our friend. They tried to sell the school behind our back last month.
Behind our
some
back is
frivolous,
crazy. Behind our back is crazy. I refuse to believe that he had no aware he didn't get notified of them trying to sell the building or him on the verge of losing the building until he walked up and saw the freaking note on the door.
Expenses that we should not have even owed. So I'm gonna stay positive, but I'm not looking forward to the inspection because you know they can nitpick you to death on that.
Absolutely.
You know,
You know what my thing is when he does stuff like this, like they can nitpick you to death. Woo, woo, woo. Bro, I mean, granted, a school may be a little different, but black people, like he keeps, he runs with the whole, they're going to treat black people, they did a black man like this and blah, blah, blah. Bro, black people open businesses every day, B. Like, people be having brick and mortar businesses. And, like, you're not the first black person to try to open up something. LeBron did it. I know you don't have the money he had, but shit, it's possible. Like, you've been working at this for fucking longer than he did. So you can get the damn school open. Stop acting like they could be nitpicky. No, do what the fuck you supposed to do, and your school will open, bro.
so when people say when you're going to actually be done, that's not in our hands. We have to see what the city says. You know, but I'm hoping
Put
after
some
all we've been through,
bedrock
they just
under
say,
the
go ahead.
foundation.
If it's all in order, just pack.
Right after the floors, it's gonna be like, we got to get the AC going. You know, you can't have a school in Wilmington, Delaware, and not have the AC. You know, that becomes a health risk as well. We got to make sure all the windows have caulk in it. You know, we don't have no draft for the kids. You know, we got to make sure every room got a ceiling fan too, in case the AC don't work.
You know, but that hasn't been the experience. Like everything we've been through with the city has been a fight. You know, even to get a permit for the festival, they ain't want to give us that. You know, so it's really been a tug of war with them. I'm just hoping that we don't have to have a protest.
Interest in his hometown don't trust him. Damn.
I'm hoping we don't have to take them to court for discrimination. I mean, the bureaucracy is mostly black. The mayor's white, but the bureaucracy is black. But discrimination is discrimination, even if
Yeah, I'm not sure if the city paid for LeBron's school, but yes, the problem is he's like, I want to do it all myself. I want to do it all myself. You know, like everybody be just like Dame Dash. Everybody want to put all their money and not want to work with people or get grants or loans and all that stuff. And then it's like the shit don't come to fruit. Shit don't work out, and you sitting there looking stupid, talking about somebody victimizing you or somebody's out to get you, or, you know, people don't fuck with black folks and I'm too good for all these people and all that shit. And it's like, bro, work with people to get the shit done, bro. It ain't no smut on your name for doing that. Nobody looks at you as less than. Do what the fuck you got to do to get the shit done. Kai Cenat probably, granted it's in Africa. Kai Cenat school probably be up and running before his school is at this point.
Same color, So I'm just, I'm gonna just put it in the Lord's hands and see. But we knocking on the finish line, so if all goes well, we should be able to apply for the inspection before the end of the year.
And this is something that most people don't understand.
Well, yeah, at this point, he's tarnished his name too much for anybody to invest in it. But he wanted to start it off like, I don't want no white money, no white dollars. And I think he said some shit like he don't want no white people helping him make the school and shit like that. Bro, it's like, you still gonna get the school done. Like, what you want to accomplish can still get accomplished even if you get white money, so you say.
Yeah, just starting a business is tough, right? And then when you're doing something in the community, it's going to be a lot tougher. When you're dealing with that much square footage, they could find something wrong anywhere.
Stop saying, don't do this, they can find something wrong. No, there is rules and regulations to opening any type of establishment that you have to follow. I will bet money that is clearly defined, and you have to go by what they tell you. Period, point blank. Ain't no they can find all that nonsense. No, I'm sure everything you need to know, you know. You just have to get it done. And that may be difficult to do. I'm not saying it's easy. It may be difficult, but you know what you got to do. So stop with this. They can find stuff.
In this corner here, but a lot of people that have never started a business, have never gotten any type of education, what it's like. They have no idea.
Never opened a school, never ran a school, but they're experts in our school.
Yeah,
This is crazy. This is crazy.
And I don't get into it, but I hear a lot of it because my supporters send me the clips, and I've heard ridiculous things. I heard people say you can get an HVAC for $5,000. That's a $50,000 unit up there, and that was the cheap one. You feel me?
Yeah.
This is not a house. This is a school. You're not getting no HVAC for no $5,000. You know what I mean? Every utility that we had repaired.
He probably talking about, like, to say that you probably picking the creepiest corners of Twitter. People just talking. Like, come on, man.
Plumbing, HVAC, electric, every one cost us well over $100,000. Nothing was under $100K for repair. So when I hear people say he could have got,
I don't know how bad. Now, that sounds a little absurd if all of that costs over $100K, unless you really got a shitty ass, like you said, repair. So that means this shit was completely fucked. If you had to pay over $100K for each one of those separately, that sounds a little absurd. I don't know. And that school looked like it's a nice size, but it ain't like, I don't even think it's a 2-story building, if I'm not mistaken. I think the building is like 1 story. So, like, I could be wrong, but I really think it's 1 story. I don't remember.
Got this done for $5,000. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole nother level.
Shout out to Albert Choice for the $12 super chat. I would like to know from Danza, can he name 5 things to talk to Umar Johnson's death? 5 things. I mean it. I saw the whole interview and it was nothing but softball question. Okay, wait, Albert. I think you said, I would like to know from Danza, can he name 5 things to talk to Umar Johnson's? Albert, I need you to resend. I can't get past. I'm trying to read through the typo. I can't. Tell me what you meant to say. What you? Yeah, I can't decipher. How you send a $12 super chat? I thought you could put an exact amount. It would, yeah, honest mechanic, there's nothing wrong with him trying to make the school. The issue is the way he went about it. And then, like, lying to your supporters. Like, in my honest opinion, I think he's lied a lot to his supporters.
But my thing is, if you never did it, why are you speaking on it? And if you're not doing anything for the people, why are you speaking on it? See, that's my thing. Definitely. I don't think people who don't do work could criticize people who do work. Now, if you do...
just because they're not doing exactly what you do doesn't mean they can't criticize. People do their own work. And I was to say, like, he talks about rappers. He talk about everybody business all the time. So don't do that. Don't do that. And then what are you going to say about the people that do work? You just talking to people that don't. It's people that do what you do and they criticize you. Are you going to take advice or are you just going to act like you know it all?
On the work, you say, look, I built me a relevant institution. You can speak to it because you did it.
Look, now, see, you got to be so specific. That's why, like, when he was on the Joe Budden podcast arguing with Ish, I was so blue because Ish was right but couldn't argue because Umar's a gifted orator. Like, he can speak very well. He's convincing. He's emphatic. You know, he knows how to talk. But if you get past that, he's, like, very, like, surface level with everything he says, or he's freaking lying. It's 420 somewhere. Shout out to PTJ for the 420 super chat. It's 420 somewhere. He got that exact amount. That's funny. That's hilarious. Shout out to PTJ.
We're being questioned and criticized by people who do nothing. And that's why I'm so tight-lipped on it.
How
'cause I'm
about you address people that do stuff? They always try to argue the easiest route. Like, talk about the people that actually do stuff.
I don't owe you no answers. On top of the fact you never donated, on top of the fact you never drove by there and picked up a piece of trash, you questioning something that you don't support financially. You questioning something that you.
How about you address people? People are talking about it because you've made a terrible reputation for yourself in the building of your school, bro. They're not talking shit just because they hate you. Boy, if Mark Lamont Hill built a school, I bet you all this nonsense wouldn't be going on right now. He would not be going through none of this nonsense. I got a homie that I went to college with. He has a organization called Urban Male Network where he like basically helps inner city youth, you know, in high school, get them into college, extracurriculars, just being around good role models, male role models, black male role models. Whenever he has an event for some type of program, whenever he's trying to raise money, every single person that sends him money, he posts it on his Facebook. Like I'm not saying Umar got to necessarily do that, but he can do something along those lines. He could give. He don't have to show exact amounts. He could just like maybe praise, literally name the people that send him, just a little bit more transparency. But my man, he literally, every single person that sends him money towards whatever he's doing, he posts that person and how much they gave and the thank you. Whenever he goes to buy something, he goes and shows the people that sent money, like, this is what y'all helped me do. Just like Watts, he's like, y'all help me get this microphone. I'm showing y'all I'm buying this microphone. So it ain't no funky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like stuff like that. But you over here lying and talking about bank accounts being frozen and all this weird shit, bro. And then you charging all this money for your appearances. It's like, how about you ask for them? How about instead of coming on the show and paying you, why don't you tell them just donate to my school?
Never been a part of in your entire life. You've never been a part of anything that progressive as building an institution. So why are you expecting me to be?
Like I said, it's so specific. It's got to be you've never partaken in building an institution, so you can't talk to me. All right, well, go meet up with Kai. Well, Kai ain't done. Talk to Oprah and LeBron. Them the two I know off the top of my head. So have you talked to these people?
Accountable to you.
And so how do you keep it together? Back to that mental health thing. Like, how do you feel?
I'm going to be honest with you. The haters, the struggle streamers, they really,
I guess I'm a struggle streamer.
helped toughen me up to the criticism because we've been dealing with it from the first day we took a donation in St. Louis, Missouri, April of 2014, when the St. Paul's College in Virginia went up for sale. Because that's what we wanted. We wanted that HBCU, but they wanted $2 million and we couldn't raise it in time, so they sold it to the Asians, who currently have it now. So then that's when we.
Why does the race of the people they sold it to matter? They sold it to the Asians. Like that shit just was unnecessary, bro.
Said, well, we just gonna find us a regular school. So from 2014 till 2019, we school hunted. We found FDMG in 2017, but we couldn't afford it at the time. So we just stayed in negotiations with the owners, and then finally, February 2019, they gave it to us. So 5 years to find a school, which in my opinion, that's not a long time. To raise the money and find it, 5 years ain't bad at all. And then you go from 19 to 25, right? So you're looking at 6 years of us renovating. It should have only taken us 2 or 3, but there was a lot of scamming going on with the contractors we were using. We really got done dirty by them.
You always a victim, ain't you? It's just always somebody did you wrong and somebody did something to you. Like,
you know what I mean? And I didn't want to use Caucasian work because I wanted to keep the money in the community.
Caucasian, he don't want no white people to assist him. Like, you understand there's some white people that actually can be down for the cause, bro. Just because they white don't mean they not down for the betterment of you or black people. Fuck.
Who gave us the money black? I want to keep the project black.
I wonder if a white person be like, I got $5 million for you right now. Would he turn it down? To me, that sounds irresponsible. What y'all think? Like, even say you are Umar. Say you are Umar, like with his mentality. If a white person was like, I got $5 to $7 million for your school right now, probably cover every problem he's having financially, it would probably cover it. Say he just be like, I got $5-7 million right now. Is it irresponsible of him to not take it, or is it that much of a hit to your ego to accept that money? I don't know if it's just me. Because I would think this Magic City. I'm dead. Like, if you were, I think it's irresponsible to not take that much money just because they're white. That's crazy to me.
But I had to wake up one day and say, yo, if you're waiting on your people to do this for you, it may not get done. And let me put that in context. You're talking about the second smallest state in the country, right? So you don't have much to pull from it.
Is Delaware the second smallest state? I'm guessing you mean by size, maybe not necessarily population. He should call in reparations and open a damn school. Call it reparations and get the fucking school open, bro. I think it's a hit to his ego to accept the money or whatever help he get from a white person. Yeah, but that's so sad to me. His ass had no problem being on that show with Drewski. The hell is he talking about? If a clan member said they hit me and paying me $500K, I would take it in a heartbeat. Yeah, so I'm guessing y'all mean small is in the size of the state, actually, like in square footage or whatever, or the mile radius or whatever. Because I know, it's like bigger states, but the population is so small, like in freaking like Nebraska and stuff like that. No, it's a super small population, but a lot of space.
Anyway, and then the city of Wilmington requires that your contractors be licensed in the state and licensed in the city. Mm. So, for example, in Pennsylvania, if you're licensed by the Commonwealth, you can do work anywhere in the state. You got to be licensed in Delaware and then licensed again in Wilmington. Mm. You're already dealing with a small pool of available contractors, and then they add that on top.
It sounds like you're shooting yourself in the foot by turning away resources and opportunities. Like, you saying all this is playing against you, and it's like, and then I don't want to take no white folks' money. Like, you already dealing with a small population, and then you don't want to take no white folks' money? Like, what's happening? Or white folks' work? I want to keep it all in the... Oh, God.
So I say it all the time. We have the best situation in the worst location. Mm. And when I say worst location, I'm simply speaking of the limited pool of resources in terms of contractors and the strict stipulations that are required for you to work on a project there. If that same school was in Detroit, Chicago, Philly, we'd be done already, only because you got so many plumbers, you got so many HVAC, right. You got so many electric. You could go through.
I feel like at this point, this plumber and HVAC shit cannot be this much of a problem, bro. You done put that out so much, and you claim to have so much support. You ain't got no HVAC person yet. Like, also the thing is, do you want these people to donate their time? Like, do you want people to work for you for free? Are you at least saying, like, come out here and work on it, and I'll pay for you I'll contract you to accommodate you for staying out here at the least? If you want free labor or something, you can't afford to pay these black people where you claim you want to keep the money in the black population. You don't want to pay, like, at this point, this HVAC shit is just, I'm just not buying it. I don't know. I mean, and at the same time, if that is the case, it sounds like that's just things that should have been taken into consideration before you picked Wilmington, Delaware. If you want a school for black boys and you picked a small state and a small city in that small state, who gonna go to your school to populate it? I know you probably gonna have tuition, and now you asking for people to pay for it.
30 of them.
Damn, that's a good point, PTJ. White folks might actually want accountability. Shit.
Until you hit the right one. But you in the second smallest state, only a handful of black folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It sounds like you asked for this problem at this point. When you say bad, do you mean like what? I don't think he's saying it's bad as in like what do you mean by bad? I'm thinking he's just saying it's just he don't have a lot of people to help with what he's trying to do. I don't think he's saying like the city's bad. I think he's just saying like the population he's working with, he can't get everything done.
That you can really, go to. And everybody we used came highly recommended, by the way. We didn't just grab people. These were people said, get him, get them. We got the people we were told to get, and they still didn't do us right.
When the pool
what do you mean they didn't do us right? Why is everybody doing you wrong? Like, it's just... And they didn't do us right. What says who? Or did you just not? I feel like he probably ain't paid them people for what they was worth, man. I feel like he couldn't pay them. I'm sorry. If you really got people that wanted to work with you, I feel like he just couldn't afford to pay them whatever their time was worth. I just think that's what it was. It's got to be, because it ain't no way you found the people and none of them did the job. They didn't do us right. Come on.
Small.
When
And the
pool is so-
competition
yes,
isn't great. It's
yes.
tough, you know. 'cause-
And we ran into situations where sometimes if I don't take the plumber, the electrician say I can't take the
Did
job.
you,
You feel me?
bro?
Because that's my man. So
Did
since
me,
you're not
bro?
taking him, I can't do it. I'm like, damn. What they got to do with you? I need this. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of
What you
that,
know about that?
where I like the electrician, don't like the plumber. I like the HVAC guy, don't like the electrician. So it's networks.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with a really small city, and you are
Everyone
outsider
but
coming
him.
from Philly. I had to deal with some of that too. You know what I mean? Because even though I get a lot of love in Wilmington and a lot of love across Delaware, you still got them people say, we don't need him here. You know what I mean? We don't need no
Exactly,
big
yeah.
city dude coming down here. We can handle our own business. But I'm not here for you. I'm here for the kids.
Right.
You know
He don't want the school done.
I mean,
Yeah.
because people say, why did you choose Wilmington? And I like Wilmington. I love the energy there. I
let's
really
hear that.
do. But people say, why did you choose Wilmington? I didn't choose Wilmington. I chose the school that was in Wilmington. In other words, we wasn't shopping for cities. We shopping for building.
Okay, so he just chose what he could. But again, I get that. I truly get that. But if I don't know, in my brain, like I've thought about like if I was to ever open like a dance studio, like the location matters. Like for what you trying to do, that matters. You can't just pick whatever the hell's available. Because it's probably a reason this shit is available, right? Because I think that's the building he bought was already a school, so it's not like he had to convert it to be a school. So it's like you can't. It's probably a reason the school wasn't a school no more, and you probably got it for a good price because of the problems that you're running into right now. You can't just be like, oh, there's he said I didn't choose Wilmington, I chose the building. Like, well, now you're running into these problems, and I can't say it's your fault, but you're not even helping the situation because you're turning away money from people that might be willing to help you. You want it to be all black. You don't want the school done. You picked a city that's not ideal, and now you're running into these issues and trying to blame everybody else. Well, maybe you shouldn't have picked it. Like I said, if I open a dance studio, I can't just be like, oh, there's a building, got it. Like just because the price sounds good. Like if you ain't gonna produce the people, the bodies to show up, what good is the building? What good is it?
And that had the best building that we found. We should have been in Detroit. But once the Archdiocese found out who I was, they wouldn't sell me none of the schools. I knew we was in Detroit. Me and my mother was preparing to move to Detroit. I said, Mom, we going to Detroit. We out. It's going to be cold. She said, I don't care. Let's go. And then the Jewish realtor for the Archdiocese.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, he just got to bring up the fact that they was Jewish. You said, and the Asians bought it for us. And the Jewish realtor. Bro, that is not relevant. Stop it. All this freaking dog whistling. Like, this is what black race is. This is when I don't believe people be like black people can't be racist. No, fuck that. This shit is racist. Because imagine a white person saying this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the black realtor didn't give us the building. Then the black person came and bought it after us. It's like, bro, what the fuck do they race got to do with this? Like, why does their race have to do with it? And it sounds like you couldn't get whatever you needed, and now you're blaming whoever came after you and got whatever it is. As a homegrown Detroiter, absolutely not. Wilmington really is, and he's making it seem like it's so far from Philly that he couldn't get a contractor for Philly down there. He probably just didn't want to pay these people. Like, I'm sure he just didn't want to pay folks. Because it's like y'all saying, like, and I know Philly is I've never been, but Philly has a good population, doesn't it?
Diocese, and I thought that was interesting that the Archdiocese had it, because if you understand that history, but he said they want to see your curriculum. I said, we buying the school cash money. What you need to see my curriculum for? This ain't no charter school. You follow what I'm saying? This ain't no a lease.
Right.
I'm buying and we done. What you want to know what I'm teaching for? I said, you can't get that.
Do they think you're pushing religion? Is it?
No, that was a stupid question. So people want to invest in your business, and you got a problem with them wanting to see your curriculum. You see how this man brain work? He don't want. I'm not mad if you don't want to show it to him. I guess that's your prerogative, but I can't be mad at him for asking too. I can't be mad at them for asking.
A religious thing? Like, where's the pushback in that city?
I think it's just that they knew who I was and wasn't going to sell. And guess what? Every school in Detroit that we wanted, still sitting there. So that's why I tell people you got to understand that when it comes to white people, they're more about power than money.
Yeah.
If they was about the money, they would have sold us the building. They all there. They was about the control.
That's no. You see, he's being tricky. It's not just about the power, because he said they want power and money. If the money doesn't make sense, of course they're not going to invest. Don't try to make it seem like they don't care about money. They just want power. No. If they just throw out money, if they just think, or like, oh, I got a business venture. Oh, here's some money. I can make it back. No, they don't believe it. If they don't believe in what you have, yes, they're not going to give you money. That doesn't necessarily mean it's about the power. He's trying to be, you see how fast he's talking and shit. Like, no, they don't want to put their money into something to not see any return on it. This stupid.
We don't want him teaching that. You feel me? We rather
and
not
there's a
make the
reason why
money.
Detroit looks like Detroit.
Yes. Oh, man. Oh, I learned so much in the school hunt. I remember I was going to lease a school in Mount Vernon, New York, Catholic school, and the supervisor said, I got to call the Vatican. I said, what? He said, I said, you got to call Rome? He said, I got to call Rome. I said, why you got to call Rome? He said, what did he say? He said about half the Catholic schools in America are still managed directly from the Vatican. He had to call the Vatican and ask if he could lease the school to Dr. Umar, and of course they said, hell no. Yeah.
I don't get how that makes sense if you're not doing like a Catholic school or nothing, but.
So, and he also told me that the Vatican is the second largest property owner either in the United States or in the world. I didn't know that. White boy was dropping all these jewels on me. He said we own much property. I didn't know that either. So that's
I don't know how true that is. What he say?
Property owner. Yeah. So, and he also told me that the Vatican is the second largest property owner either in the United States or in the world. I didn't know that. White boy was dropping all these jewels on me. He said we own much property. I didn't know that either. So that's crazy. So when you hear about that, United States, London, Rome connect, that's real. Them 3 city-states that don't answer to nobody, that's very real. That's very real.
It's very interesting how you mentioned about the contracting, right? Because people could say whatever the hell they want. When you go into that, it's tough. I got a lot of friends that are into real estate, and I'm from a city, Buffalo, New York. It's another small city similar to the way Detroit operates.
Yes, sir.
And they'll get contractors, they'll get it all set up, and the job is done terribly. And it's just war. It's just like, okay, well, what do I do about this? Now we gotta rip it out. It's just a thing that most people don't have a clue about.
They have no clue about it. And then when somebody don't finish their work. So let's say the electricians don't.
I'm looking up the top landowners in the U.S. and the world, and I don't see nothing about no Vatican. Not even in the top 10. Largest landowners in the U.S. top 25. The first is the U.S. government, then it's the Native American tribes, then it's the Emerson family, John Malone, Ted Turner, Stan Kroenke, the Reed family, the Irvin family, the Buck family. I don't see anything about the fucking Vatican. Fucking liar. This nigga a liar, bro. I'll wait. Let me show y'all so y'all know I'm not bullshitting. Yeah. And this is 2025. And then even here, like, was this the first one? No, that's not the first one I had clicked. So I typed in the world. That was the world. And then there was another one that did individuals. Why is it not working now? Let's look at Forbes top 20. Oh. Come on, man. Ugh. Emerson family, John Malone, Ted Turner. Them was the top 3. Stan Kroenke. Yep, Reed family. Like, none of this is the Vatican. You fucking. Either they lied to you or you just fucking lying. What's good, ugly? Y'all say, everybody say, hey, ugly to Watts. He lies so much he should be president. Lies and no alibi, right? It blows my mind that he lies so much and people just eat it up by opening their wallets.
Finish their work. You got to get another electrician.
Come behind.
No contractor, what I saw, they never want to say the previous contractor did a good job. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was like, we got to do it over. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't build from where they left. Nah, they didn't do it. Nobody was able to say we could pick up where they started. You know what I mean? The plumbers, nah, they didn't do this right. And I know they did it right, but you just want to get paid the
For the
full
whole
thing.
thing,
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
project.
So we had to deal with that, you know. But the white folks, they did it. They charged us up. They overcharged us, but at least they finished the job. You know what I mean? So that's where we
Look,
at.
and then he say he getting overcharged. Like, come, you know, he just told on himself. He don't want to pay people. He feel like he got overcharged, and you probably got a daunting task, which it sounds like if your claim of everything being over $100,000 is true to get the fucking building up and running, then you don't want to pay these people for what the job requires. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, people say, well, you know, if he's on his Pan-Africanism and his Garveyism platform, why would he let white people do the work? You have to distinguish and differentiate between charity and business. We don't accept donations from non-Africans, right? But if I have to pay a non-African to do a job, that's business. That's not a handout. They're not volunteering. They're not giving us nothing. We're paying them to do a job. You see, it's like if I have a store and a white person comes.
So he just said he's not taking non-African dollars. Wait, how do you know who donates to you? I'm sure you don't know every single person that donates or they race necessarily.
And buys from my store, that's no contradiction. That's business. But if I got white folks coming in there financing me, that's a contradiction. You see, so people say,
why would that be a what's the contradiction? You may not want it, but I don't. Can somebody point out the contradiction? You may not.
A store and a white person comes in and buys from my store to do a job. You see, it's like if I have a store and a white person comes in and buys from my store, that's no contradiction. That's business. But if I got white folks coming in there financing me, that's a contradiction. You see, so people say, well, that's a contradiction. You got white folks doing the work. That's called business, bro. That's just business. Fee for service. It's not a handout.
Fair exchange.
I don't get that. He's saying financing. Is that financing you by helping you get the business started? I mean, I guess. But I guess if they have input and control, then that's a little different. But you said you don't take nobody, you don't take no money you said you don't take money that's non-African. But if they just give you money with no strings attached, he calls it a handout. I don't know. This just sounds like you just causing unnecessary stress on yourself at this point. This is weird.
Now, if they was financing us, that would be a contradiction because you give up your sovereignty with them.
So how do you keep it together?
Finance.
I
don't know what I don't.
It's extremely stressful.
Right.
I'll tell you how I keep it together. Number one, I believe I was born to do the work that I do.
Okay.
That's the priority. The number one, people say, how you keep going through this. Somebody texted me today when I was on my way here. They said, I'm trying to understand how you continue to keep going after everything people throw at you. Like your bounce back game is crazy. You know what I mean? And for me, I know I was born to do what I'm doing. When you know why you here, you can put up with any what. It's not a thing where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be building no school. You feel me? I don't have that.
No doubt.
I know I'm supposed to do it, so I got to deal with it.
That's the thing, Jennifer. That's why I'm trying to be like objective and really try to break down the thought process of what he's saying, and I can't. I can't process like, and maybe I'm not understanding what he means. Maybe he's saying he don't want no white people to have like any input on it, but he says we not taking any non-African money, and I don't like. You want do you want to own it or not? You want other black people to be having a hand in your business? Like, I don't know. It's just I can't make it make sense, honestly. If some white folks handed you $3 million with no strings attached, would you take it? That's the question I would like to ask.
Whatever comes with it. So number one, I know I'm doing the work I was born to do. That's number one. Number two, I've never cared about what people thought too much. You know what I mean? Like some people, they got to be viewed positively by outsiders. I don't.
They want to be like.
I don't care what people think or what people say. And I believe my popularity had a lot to do with that too, because I'm just going to tell you the truth. I don't know if it's going to hurt your feelings. I don't know if you're going to like it. I don't know if you're going to love it, but I'm going to be honest. And I think people have grown to appreciate the honesty of my message, because I get people stop me in the airport all the time. I don't agree with everything you say, you know what I mean? But you're consistent. Whereas a lot of these other guys out here who claim to be into the
No, he ain't consistent.
conscious movement, they not consistent. They'll flip flop. 1 minute they this, 1 minute they this, 1 minute they this, based on what gets the attention, what gets the money. I've never capitulated my position. You know what I mean? And I think thirdly, I practice Yoruba spirituality. And in Yoruba spirituality, you're born with a guardian angel, guardian spirit. Mine is Ogun. Ogun is the spirit of.
How can you not trust a handout? I think if it's understood that there's no strings attached, then a handout or a donation, which is what he needs and asks for all the time, that's what it is, right? If there's no contract involved, no, gentleman's handshake, and somebody be like, I want to help you. This is me helping you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. I don't mean it's always going to come back and bite you in the ass or something, right? My bad, bro. I was hoping I was far enough that it didn't catch. He said, what you smacking on? Let me stop. I don't want to be that guy. I ain't trying to be that guy. I don't know. I don't know, man. He's saying he ain't saying nothing no more. I wish Danza asked more about the froze accounts, the them trying to take the building, all that. But he didn't get to it. All right. So depending on the person and their reasons, yeah, like that. You want to know that type of stuff. If he scammed money from white people, he would be in jail quicker. That's a fact. I think PTJ said that. He was like, it's because white people gonna want more accountability. That's why he don't want none of the white people to be in his business. That's why he don't want none of them in his business. He already know what'll happen. All right. So next we're gonna do Shockgate. So I did a video covering Hassan supposedly shocking his dog. And he's been doing damage control since, because it's just not a good look for the type of person he claims to be. And it's gotten to the point where he's like, yeah, she isn't even wearing the collar, and she wasn't even wearing the collar that I showed everybody, which, why did you show a collar that she wasn't wearing? No, it's just Umar. And now Taylor Lorenz is running defense for him. And Taylor Lorenz is the one that did the whole chorus hit piece for a article. I forgot what they put. I forgot what the article, the news publishing was. The Raiden meme, yeah. So she's running more defense, and I think it's fair to see
all right, I have
a different side of the situation. So we covered the people that were saying Hassan definitely shocked his dog. He's been defending himself, but it's been stupid, and he's not even good at defending himself. He's been lying so much, and it's ridiculous. I want to see the defense that Taylor tries to run, because I'm sorry, there's been a lot of evidence that kind of points to the fact that he shocked his dog, and he could have just. If he could have been like, shit, I might have had it up too high, he might have gotten away with it, because a shock collar isn't inherently a bad thing. And why this kid got on a bluey shirt? Whatever. All right, so let's see Taylor Lorenz run defense for Hassan.
Shocked his dog.
You could see him reach over, hits the thing, the dog fucking yelps.
Initially, even Hassan's community was starting to question, did he just shock Kaya? Did he just use a shock collar on stream?
He zaps the poor little dog for getting up, and then he says, why'd you make me do that?
So what did he just do to that dog?
Today, I want to talk about something that's been all over my feed lately and has been driving me absolutely crazy. For the past week, the internet has been dominated by the conspiracy theory that Twitch streamer Hassan Piker abused his dog using a shock collar during a Twitch live stream. There is, to be clear, zero evidence that his dog Kaya was even wearing a shock collar during that live stream.
Technically, that's true. But we build cases all the time off circumstantial evidence. I feel like if Hassan had to go to court, he would be found guilty. Like if he had to, of course, y'all don't take this literal, but if he had to go to court, I think he would be guilty. It's too many things that happened that was weird. She said nothing, there's no evidence that she had on the shock collar. Technically, that's true. But people get charged for murder with no weapon found. You know what I'm saying? Like, said depending on who asked. So it's just, you can't prove that it wasn't one either, the same way we can't prove that it was. But the surrounding evidence.
There is, to be clear, zero evidence that his dog Kaya was even wearing a shock collar during that live stream. Kaya is pictured wearing a canvas collar with a little AirTag holder in it in the original clip, where she...
The collar he showed us afterwards had an AirTag holder too. That means nothing. That absolutely means nothing. And you can't, how are you just proclaiming that? You don't even know. How do you know what collar she had on? Because Hassan said it. Hassan has been running terrible defense of himself.
Yelped once after seemingly catching her nail on the dog bed. This led...
And you running with the nail on the dog bed? That's just didn't happen. That just did not happen. She didn't get her nail caught on anything.
A little AirTag holder in it in the original clip, where she yelped once after seemingly catching her nail on the dog bed.
No, she didn't catch her nail.
This led to a bunch of internet-pilled psychos crawling through hours and hours and hours of footage, claiming that Piker secretly abuses his dog. Their evidence of this is not even the footage where Kaya yelps. It's that in totally different clips, where she doesn't even appear to be in distress at all, she's wearing a collar with a small green light on it. Piker showed this collar on stream. It's an electronic vibration collar with zero shock capabilities.
The problem is, she's fuck. This is terrible. So the problem is, they've looked at this collar. First of all, if that was the case, why wouldn't he show us the little page, the button to do it? And why wouldn't he just be like, I have well, he said he had the vibration one, but he didn't show the transmitter thing. He didn't show the pager. He only showed the collar. Why didn't he do that? Yeah, this Taylor Lorenz, bro. Why didn't he actually show us the button thing? He showed us the collar with the tape and he covered it. The charging port didn't look like this one. Damn, y'all can't see my mouse. But if you look at this collar, the one he had in his hand did not, the charging port stuck out way more than what you're looking at right here. So, and
Attempting to debunk this conspiracy that Hassan abuses his dog, however, has become largely impossible. First of all, you can't prove a negative, which everyone pushing this crazy conspiracy theory, by the way, actually knows. It would be like asking me to prove that I've never punched someone. Again, you can't prove a negative. After Hassan revealed the vibration collar on stream...
And look how, it's so funny, because everybody was talking about the way he presented this collar. Like, imagine me trying to prove to y'all, like, imagine me trying to say, like, look at this, like, I want to prove to y'all that this is a fake spider and not real. And then I'm like, yeah, see, look. See? It's not real. Like, is this a way that I would show to try to prove myself? Like, you see, it's not real. Like, look, see? I would be like, look, y'all, this spider is fake. It is not real. Right in the camera, get everybody a view of what I'm looking at. This man picked up this collar and was like, this is the collar that everybody's talking about. Yeah, this is it. You know, like, you know, this is not how you present something when you're trying to prove a case. It's just not. And the tape on the back is just, it's why is the tape on the back? That battery pack looks way bigger than the pack of the collar looks way bigger than the one we just saw. This is ridiculous.
Bad actors attempted to leverage the
Look how he's showing it off. Like, that's not how you show off something that you want to prove a case. You don't hold it back here. Like, and then his fingers is all over it. Give me a fucking break. And she's showing it like this is proving her case.
Small piece of tape on the back to conceal his phone number, which is like written in Sharpie on the back of the little vibration box as evidence.
What? If it was... First of all, he didn't say that when he presented it. He did not say that when he presented it. Is that a belt? No, it's a collar. And he's covering his phone number. Why wouldn't he say, I got tape on here to cover the phone number? You see how big this charging port is. And this pack is way bigger than the vibration only. Why is she framing this as a crazy conspiracy? This isn't something that's not fat. Yeah, like as if it's just unimaginable that he has a shock collar on his dog. Like this, like it's not unbelievable. Like you said, it's not like we saying he shoots his dog or something. So that back is big. She's talking about he has tape on it to cover his address. I don't even think he said that at any point. And even if that was the case, why is he presenting it back here? He at no point did he put it in the camera.
That he somehow secretly modified and soldered down shock collar.
XQC was kind of on point, though. I don't know what that man be saying, but he was on point breaking this down.
prongs, something that would basically be like somehow secretly modified and soldered down shock collar prongs, something that would basically be like impossible to do, like impossible.
It's actually not. There was people on the internet that showed that you could take those prongs off easily. Like, it's not, first of all, impossible? What are you talking about? Woman, people can make GameCubes play freaking PS3 games these days. I'm being hyperbolic, but the point is, it's not impossible to take off prongs on a shock collar. Are you kidding me?
Pause here to say that I've met Kaya IRL. I have never seen her in a shock collar. I've spoken to people who have walked Kaya, babysit Kaya, probably spent hundreds of hours with this dog. And according to everyone I spoke to, in 0 instances has she ever been abused.
This is just an unserious take. When you see people in abusive relationships, they're not getting smacked up every time you see them. Like, what are we talking about? That's not a real defense of whatever. So I get it. She's stupid. Like, that's not a defense of what's happening. Like, after you sent me that last video watch, I was like, yeah, he did that shit. Bro, it was so funny. It was so funny. Like, you definitely did that shit. So, like the dog is Tina Turner, right? Like, every time I see him, they seem so happy. He loves her. There's nothing going on. Bro, you don't know what the fuck he's doing off camera. That is not a real defense.
Not a single guest on Piker's Twitch stream in the years and years and years that he's had Kaya has said that they've ever seen Piker mistreat Kaya.
It's not a shock collar. I've seen that collar.
Most people don't abuse whatever they're abusing in front of other people.
I've used that collar before. I've babysat that dog.
And the only reason more influencers aren't speaking out publicly is because the people perpetuating this vicious harassment campaign are threatening them into silence. Big-time influencers are having their brand deals jeopardized and facing serious business consequences for even suggesting that they...
Oh yeah, she's a nutsuck. She's obsessed with Hassan. Like, I don't even know why she's running defense for making a 20-minute video. She's obsessed with Hassan, and she's super biased. Like, now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a Hassan fan, but if people was kind of doing too much, I'd be like, all right, y'all doing too much. Like, I know niggas gonna run with trying to shit on Hassan, but there's a lot of evidence that looks like he did this shit.
They might publicly come out in support of Hassan. It's actually happening on a scale that I have never
Imagine your friends defending you for something that they don't even really know.
Seen before. Multiple journalists in group chats, by the way, have been talking to people of like wanted to report out this story, but other influencers are so scared of the harassment and abuse that they might get that they don't.
And hello, are you just ignoring the fact that his dog sits there as a prop for 4 hours plus and he gets upset if she moves? She don't even look like she's there because she wants to be there. Like, you're ignoring. The real issue is it seems like his dog is obligated to sit there while he streams every day, or at least most days. It seems like she just has to be there.
Don't even want to speak on the record with their name. And yes, I know also, by the way, that making this video will definitely just put a target on my back, but I don't care because the people perpetuating these conspiracy theories already hate me. Everyone who spends
That's that part too, TJ. Because honestly, why in the world do you need multiple collars? I don't know. I don't have a dog. Maybe it's useful, but TJ said, if I'm trying to hide the fact that I use a shock collar, I'm definitely going to have different collars to switch out. That's a fact. That's also true. Also originally, that's what I said. I thought people were doing a lot at first. Yeah. The reason it became more is because the defense was just absurd. Desi, the dog's name is Kaya, my neck, my back. That's funny. That's funny.
Modicum of time with Hassan knows how much he loves that dog. Kaya is one of the most...
And yo, he can actually love the dog and shock it. Like, can we stop acting like... He can love the dog and still abuse it. He can love the dog and not abuse it and use a shock collar. Like, come on now. This is ridiculous.
Pampered and spoiled dogs in Los Angeles. Who knows why Kaya yelped that like one day, but she is literally a dog. I grew up with dogs, multiple dogs that work as therapy dogs actually in hospitals. And sometimes if a dog steps on their foot or catches their nail wrong or something or just
But that didn't happen, and there's no proof of that. It doesn't even look like that's what happened.
Startled, they'll yelp. Kaya's also literally only yelped like that once, like in all of Hassan's years of streaming. It's not like this is some regular thing.
That's the point. It's not regular. It doesn't make sense. If it was normal, we wouldn't care. But she yelped when it seemed like he reached for something. Did he get on the next day with a collar with tape on it, not showing off that what it really looks like, holding it back here, not presenting it in the camera? You're just ignoring all that. He said you win.
And also, what's crazy to me too is shock collars, which are commonly used in dog training. They're not like tasers. They usually give like a crawling sensation on a dog's skin. But the idea that Piker is somehow secretly abusing his dog and shocking Kaya until she's in pain repeatedly is just completely made up in people's heads. This is
perfectly captures the phenomenon of, if I didn't see it in clips from this Twitter account, it didn't happen. I love the place where collectively, where someone else's delusion, no matter how false, becomes everyone else's fucking problem. I can't tell what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking
is a dog that lives a life I guarantee you is significantly better than anyone watching this video.
Can we stop? He can have shocked the dog and loved the fuck out of it. Like, this is stupid.
The idea that dozens of high-profile guests on
It's me. This picture is. This picture is funny. Oh God. Well, my dogs do have different collars. If one of mine yelped like that, and I was being asked, did I shock one of them? I would have no issues taking a. Yeah, like that was the first tell. It was like, okay, why didn't you just take the collar off and show everybody right then and there? Yeah, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Yeah, if that wasn't a shock collar, everybody's spazzing on you. It's like, y'all, this is not a shock collar. Like, no, this is not a shock collar. So now she's defending using a collar. Look, it's okay to use a collar, but for moving is insane. Exactly. Like, the thing is, nobody's saying shock collars should never, ever be used. But now you're saying it's okay. So if it's okay, then he should be able to say I use a shock collar. He don't even want to admit that part because it incriminates him. He can't even say he uses a shock collar, even though in the past he's already admitted to having some.
Piker's stream, and every single person who's ever spent any meaningful time with Kaya would all be involved in some secret, years-long, elaborate cover-up is insane. Like,
what? No! I don't even know. This is stupid. Imagine saying that everybody that knows him is in on a conspiracy of his dog wearing a shock collar. Like, come on. He could have recently gotten a shock collar. Who knows? He said that dog training doesn't stop. Like, you always have to constantly remind him. He said that himself, like, you know, you don't train a dog and then you just stop. He says it's just ongoing. You're always kind of training a dog. He might have recently decided to start using a shock collar. So what is this years-long conspiracy? It's possible he just started doing it.
Literally, if you believe this, you have lost touch with reality. The entire thing is the most idiotic and deranged conspiracy theory that I think I've ever covered.
You saying that is just, you have not proven. You haven't you're talking very strong and haven't disproven it. But there's a lot of evidence that he did.
This is literally like, it's QAnon flat earther level shit. Nevertheless, the story has been weaponized by the far right to launch a multi-platform smear campaign against Piker. Laura Loomer has posted relentlessly about it. Tech founder Palmer Luckey is offering $100,000 to anyone who can tear apart Hassan's vibration collar, which I just want to say again, Kaya's like not even wearing in that original clip. She was just wearing her regular canvas collar with the air
How do you know that?
tag holder. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Prominent Silicon Valley venture capitalists are weighing in. Posts pushing the conspiracy theory are among the most viewed posts of all time on subreddits like Livestream Fail. Israeli news sites have been mainstreaming the conspiracy along with a slew of low-quality SEO-driven outlets. Democratic influencers who are part of Chorus and the 1630 Fund's dark money
She had to bring this up.
influence campaign, like Suzanne Lambert, a failed comedian who calls herself a Regina George liberal, have also been pumping out this conspiracy. Even PETA has weighed in, though to be fair, PETA was like, Hassan said he doesn't use a shock collar.
PETA responds to allegations Hassan Piker used shock collar. Wait, what? First of all, her bringing up the Wired article with Chorus again was just fucking a reach.
Also been pumping out this conspiracy. Even PETA has weighed in, though to be fair, PETA was like, Hassan said he doesn't use a shock collar. Like,
Hassan said, yeah, that's proof. Yes, we all know Hassan said he didn't use it. That doesn't mean anything.
What are we supposed to say? Piker has been subject
What
to
are we supposed to say? Because Hassan said it, we just supposed to be like, oh yeah, true.
politically driven smear campaigns
Hassan is a freaking he's a liar, a proven liar.
For years. But this latest manufactured controversy reveals a toxic new dynamic that I think will define the next era of the internet. Outrage-driven, Gamergate-style social media hate campaigns combined with the 24/7 video surveillance machine.
It is weird. Like, I get debunking. If you want to debunk, just show your like when I do a debunk video, it's because I have real evidence. Even if you don't like it, I can show you there's some. She's not pulling up the collar. She's not the one presenting a collar that isn't the one other people presented, and that looks more like it. She's just saying it because he said it. She's just saying it because he said it. She's running with what he said. Meanwhile, people have taken the collar. They found the exact brand. They've matched it up to the one that he was holding. They explained that you could take the shock parts off. The reaching and the timing of her yelp makes sense. They found out in the past that he said he's owned shock collars. He's defended using shock collars. It's just, for him to even... He came back around and said she wasn't wearing the collar that people think she had on, but then showed us a collar that she didn't have on, I guess. What good is that? Why aren't you showing us the collar that she had on? This is ridiculous.
Twitch streamers like Piker are the first to experience this destructive combination, but as more and more footage of everyone becomes available online, anyone who angers the wrong group could suffer a similar fate. And of course, all of this will be exacerbated by AI. For years, we've been told
Girl, you was not finna talk about AI right now. That's what we not finna do.
Constant surveillance is a good thing, that it's vindicating. Silicon Valley executives claim—
Yeah, and that too is like the camera obviously is gonna be off camera. He's not gonna have that button right there in sight.
that widespread video recording will prevent abuse.
And even his behavior didn't make sense for his dog yelping. He didn't seem to care.
Harassment, crimes, etc. This has led to the mass adoption of things like police body cameras, 24/7 video capture on our streets, and a sprawling crowdsourced surveillance machine on social media. Social media platforms are actively incentivizing this surveillance, prioritizing video footage and hours-long live streams over every other type of content format. Just last month, billionaire, soon-to-be TikTok owner Larry Ellison said that a vast AI-fueled video surveillance system would ensure, quote, citizens will be on their best behavior.
She's still talking about Hassan, but it seemed like she got a bunch of other stuff in here.
We're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on. This comment is a perfect encapsulation of the delusional
Exactly, Sabri. Yes.
fantasy pushed by so many in Silicon Valley, that the surveillance state will be used for good. The narrative is seductive. If we could just see everything in 4K, disputes over what really happened would collapse, the thinking goes. If everything in life is videotaped and archived, then the real truth of these messy situations would be indisputable. But Hassan Piker's dog collar incident shows that this theory is catastrophically wrong. Almost no one is more surveilled than a Twitch streamer like Piker. He broadcasts almost every waking hour of his life. There are tens of thousands of hours of archived footage of him and his dog. When he leaves the house or goes out in public, fans videotape his every move. He documents his own life on social media too, posting videos across Instagram and TikTok. In theory, this should make it harder for bad actors to manufacture controversies.
This is such a stupid point, because he's not 24 hours of himself is not online. He's not on camera 24 hours every day. Like, he literally explained what he does with his dog when he's not streaming. He doesn't train his dog on streaming. So why is it unreasonable to think that he has a shock collar?
Total visibility should make false—
If he said he had a shock collar, this would all just be a video of defending. If he said he had a shock collar, all this would be irrelevant. She would just be defending shock collars at this point. That would be the difference. That's what's funny.
Accusations impossible. If everything is on record, then surely it would be easy for anyone to see the truth of the situation. But the opposite is true. Instead of video being used as a tool to debunk conspiracies, it's increasingly used as a tool to validate them. In Piker's case, this has meant that an endless stream of years-old clips is being repackaged and miscontextualized in order to further a politically driven hate campaign. The dozens of out-of-context video clips spreading on social media, racking up millions of views in some cases, have become a digital Rorschach test. Albert Foxconn, a founder of the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project, said—
why are you talking about surveillance?
Quote, "We are always given the same lie that somehow video is objective. But the truth is that there's so much power in how it's interpreted and edited. Even the most trivial form of tracking, even someone's own Twitch stream, can turn into this weapon against them. Every camera is now a panopticon in the making." Josh Citarella, an artist and researcher who studies online communities and radicalization, put it this way, quote, "Conspiracy theories
hey bro, this don't look good.
and disinformation are flourishing because endless video archives are available. So long as the video archive exists, people can cherry pick and make these new narratives. If the videos didn't exist or were closed, then the narratives wouldn't seem credible. The possibility of people finding disingenuous clips to piece together a false story in an even marginally convincing way wouldn't be possible." Because each new clip has the potential to go viral and every major social platform right now is incentivizing video, users across the internet are incentivized to participate in these crowdsourced forensic investigations. The hate campaign against Piker has already spawned a cottage industry of video analysts and Reddit internet detectives who have been pouring over thousands of hours of live streaming footage analyzing every video frame. And
isn't that what you do, Taylor, when you want to prove something, you seek out evidence? You know, like, I thought that was what you were supposed to do. You know, I sound like fucking the plumber. You know, but I thought that was the freaking norm. When you have evidence, when you want to build a case, you pull out evidence.
Constructing elaborate conspiracy theories about what really
Desi
happened.
Wildin'.
The cycle is not entirely new. The tactics being used against Piker are ripped directly from the Gamergate playbook. The goal is to isolate a target, manufacture controversy, weaponize social platforms and traditional media to spread lies, and orchestrate sustained network harassment with the eventual goal of making someone so controversial that they essentially end up bankrupt and
trying to find
deplatformed.
that,
But most
Asmin
Gamergate-style
video
campaigns have traditionally relied on more text-based
that I
media
sent you.
or vague accusations about business dealings or journalistic practices. Bad actors might use a few screenshots here and there or some out-of-context comments, but the doctored evidence presented in these campaigns hasn't traditionally been video in nature. That has all changed with the rise of clip culture. The proliferation of this new medium and the sheer scale of this anti-Hassan Piker hate campaign shows that we're entering a new era of the weaponization of the internet, driven by attacks where video has undeniably replaced text as the raw material for conspiracy theories. Albert Fox Khan, again, of the Surveillance Technology Oversight Project, which is awesome, by the way, said, quote, "With more footage being taken from more places and shared more widely at a time where journalism institutions are breaking, rather than being a way to bring us back down to the ground, video ends up just fueling these conspiracy theories. Influencers willingly monetize their own surveillance in order to turn their lives into content for profit. But if we continue down this path,
I'm sorry. This defense is fucking stupid. I want y'all to see this though.
Hassan claims Kaya didn't have the collar on during the incident, and then he proceeds to explain why shock collars aren't actually that bad. There's no way.
Third group of people are the ones who are like, look at this clip, look at that clip, look at this clip. Like,
yeah,
it's obvious he's moving his arms around. Like, he's
why are you doing this, sir? You reached, and that's what we're talking about. You talking about moving arms around, nigga? You reached.
Fucking constantly in a state of zapping. They moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like she didn't even have that collar on to begin with, and the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances.
The pause was just so he couldn't believe his own. First of all, look at Asmin's face. First, we're gonna get on Asmin later tonight too, though. Low key, he ain't innocent. So look at Asmin's face and look at the pause Hassan did. The pause he did was like, yo, I hope they buy this, because that was stupid. It just made no sense. He said they were taking other clips. Like he had to. He was just hoping that just worked, because what would taking other clips have to do with the collar she had on that day? Then you bust out a collar that she just wasn't wearing to show it to us, as if we give a fuck about a collar she wasn't wearing.
People were clipping other collar on to begin with, and the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances. America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Y'all, this not the first time. I'm gonna go slow. I saw it before. It seemed like the collar flashed. I'm gonna go slow. It seems like you could see the green light flash. I'm sure that shit don't flash just because. I'm sure it does not flash just because. Hold on. Let me get in my boomer mode. That ain't gonna work. Nope, it ain't gonna work. Oh, it don't work for the right reason. Why it ain't zooming in on the video?
America, Kaya, please.
He rolled his eyes What are you reaching for? He said he was reaching for his freaking mints. Why are you reaching for your mints and looking away from your, I mean, you look at the camera. Why are you reaching for your mints the moment that you're upset with your dog? Why was that your go-to?
Just fucking go.
So, okay.
Kaya, please just
Did y'all see that green flash? I broke you down. You making a video? Because the defense is crazy, bro. The defense is crazy. We're going to slow it down even more. Look, when she turns her neck, you can see a green flash.
America. Kaya.
He's blue. He rolled his eyes.
Please just.
Y'all, it's so hard to catch, and I don't know how to freaking zoom in. If y'all tell me if y'all see that flash.
Just
right there.
Fucking.
It flashed when she turned her neck, and it's almost as if that's when it happened.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
What?
Even in the maximalist position, said this already. E-collars that have shocking components feel like a TENS machine, which I've used on myself in the past because, you know, I'm around dogs that have been trained with that and use it.
Like if you don't use it, there's no reason to defend it. If you literally don't use it, why are you defending it? It's no reason to defend it.
This gray hair is new. This has been it's not been good.
Not only is it not illegal, but it's also
look at his chat. The Mossad bot group. My guy, stop giving your haters with it.
So somebody said, okay, I will get straight to the point. Can you provide the model and probably something else? Somebody said fuck off because they said that. Like they mad because people want, that too. Why Hassan never state the make and model? He's never stated at any point what the model of what he had was, but everybody else had to find it and pull it up. He's never stated it.
Why are you still talking about this? Can you get to the point and just provide the model? Fuck off. She wasn't wearing a collar. They are photoshopping the collar. You guys need to stop. This has to stop. Please. You don't have to do this to yourself. There's still time that you can step away.
They moved away from the initial conversation, which was that, like, she didn't even have that collar on to begin with. And the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances.
Oh man, like that's just so funny to me. Taylor's defense was Atozy did a great breakdown. It's a little long, so I don't want to have to go through the whole thing. He said he's gonna be because the defense of it is just absurd. And like I said, if you didn't use the collar, then stop defending it, bro. If you did not use the collar, don't defend it. You have no reason to defend shock collars. You probably gonna get rid of that motherfucker so fast now, boy. He ain't gonna know what to do. All right. So next we're gonna do we're gonna look into these these racist Republicans, man. I'm sure y'all heard by now there was a Young Republicans chat group that got leaked out. And it's just further telling what we already knew. It's just proof for the world to see that there's a lot of racist Republicans. Not all, but there's a lot of racist Republicans. And yeah, and then they all look crazy on top of that. I hope Adam got the pictures of them.
All right, I have an absolutely wild breaking news story for you all. We just got leaked text messages from a Young Republican group chat, a group chat devoted towards strategy on the Young Republican side. But in this group chat, we now have—
Adam, what the fuck is this lighting, bro?
Messages of them praising Hitler, using insane racial epithets, and just racial slurs, racial innuendos, all of these different things in one—
I'm sorry, the worst group chats I have never said shit like this. Like, I know this ain't even dark humor. It's just racist. Let me not even try to act like
group chat. I want to run you through this in perhaps the most in-depth way yet, because I am a young dude. I'm not a young dude that hangs in these exact circles, but I grew up in Northwest Indiana in a red state, and I've seen some of my friends either get radicalized or fall down these rabbit holes or post like pro-Trump stuff over the past few years when I know that they didn't believe that in high school. So I do have some internal experience in how young men intersect with algorithms on a day-to-day basis and get pulled down these pipelines. And it's not even just algorithms. I'm not going to blame it on that. Dudes have had these problems for a while, but I think it is fair to say there has been a resurgence in the amount of open racialization or racism that we see in politics. And I would argue that open, just disdain for the other side was caused by Donald Trump's entry into American politics.
Yeah, I do think he made a lot of the racists feel comfortable coming out and being openly racist.
This article reads, quote, "I love Hitler. Leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat." And just think about this. All of these young Republicans spent their most formative years watching the President of the United States over and over and over again say that, first of all, Obama wasn't born in America. He has a fake birth certificate, is what Trump was claiming for years. And then he would say that Hillary Clinton needs to be locked up and that she committed all of these crimes, but there was no evidence whatsoever. And then he would come up with nicknames for the other side, post AI memes nowadays. So when young people are growing up and seeing the president act this way, this isn't me excusing it, I'm just explaining that is how it seeps downstream into the minds of a bunch of people. Like, the question is, if Marco Rubio were currently the president, or if Mitt Romney were currently the president, for example, would we still have the same level of radicalization? And I don't think so. But let's break down this article. It says, thousands of private messages reveal young GOP leaders joking about gas chambers, slavery, and rape. And just from here on out, a trigger warning, there's a lot of crazy text in here. And this goes beyond any quote-unquote dark humor. Here's the thing. One of my favorite shows of all time, and feel free to make fun of me, one of my favorite shows of all time is Family Guy. I love Seth MacFarlane, who is a liberal writer, because he actually engages in a sort of dark humor that I find to be really cathartic. Like, it's dark humor that's aimed at making fun of Republicans usually. Like, do you see how dumb these people are for believing this stuff? That's usually what Family Guy is. Now, the problem is, when I watch Family Guy with some of my old MAGA friends, like when I was in high school.
Okay, he finna do too many tangents. I know Harry Sisson. Harry got he got pictures.
So look, you might have seen this story by now, but I don't think it's getting the attention it actually deserves or the coverage it actually deserves. I'm going to cover this story in a different way for you, a way that I think holds the perpetrators more accountable than some in the mainstream media are doing. If you haven't seen this article yet, Politico obtained thousands of leaked text messages from young Republican leaders across the country being misogynistic, racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic in group chats. Leaked pages, thousands of leaked pages of these text messages where they say some of the most disgusting things. And yet these are people who hold high-ranking positions in the Republican Party. Just look at the headline, quote, "I love Hitler. Leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat." And you can see some of these racist messages and these disgusting texts on your screen right now. Those are just a taste of what's to come. But as I mentioned, I want to cover this story in a different way. A lot of mainstream media outlets are just going over the text and saying how bad this is. I want to do it differently. I want to put a face to the names. So I'm going to show you the faces, the pictures of all these people behind these messages to make sure that right now they have no peace. They must be held accountable for their actions. And without further ado, let's dive into this story. Leaders.
They said, it's an article in Reuters I saw. They revoked visas from some people in America for making Charlie Kirk jokes or not caring or something like that, or making disparaging remarks about Charlie Kirk. He revoked some people's visas. Yeah.
Of young Republican groups throughout the country worried what would happen if their Telegram chat ever got leaked. But they kept typing anyway. They referred to black people as monkeys, mused about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. They talked about sexually assaulting their enemies and driving them to take their own lives, and praised Republicans who they believed supported slavery. This paragraph, a short paragraph, tells you much of what you need to know about who these people are, their beliefs, and what they were saying in this chat. It is truly appalling. But let's get to some faces. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, used the words, those racial slurs on your screen right now, variations of a racial slur, more than a dozen times in the chat. And that right there, folks, is William Hendricks. William Hendricks, who has a decently high-ranking position.
Yo, imagine looking like that in
the Republican
and you got the nerve to be talking about people, bro. Like, this is insane.
Party. This is the guy using racial slurs in the chat. And you'll see after I show you a couple of these photos, all of these guys behind these texts look very similar. They look very similar. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. But that right there is William Hendricks, who will continue to pop up throughout the story. Bobby Walker, the vice chair of the New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to sexual assault as epic. That's Bobby Walker right there, everybody. high-ranking position in the Young Republicans Club in the
Good question, Elber. So where's the punishment for making fun of us as black people? So here it go. Oh, wrong window. So this is the Reuters article. U.S. revokes visas for 6 foreigners over comments made about Charlie Kirk's death. The U.S. State Department said on Tuesday it had revoked the visas of 6 foreigners over social media comments made about the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The announcement of the revocations came as U.S. President Donald Trump posthumously awarded Kirk with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I just think that says so much. The highest civilian honor in the U.S. on what would have been Kirk's 32nd birthday. Damn, I didn't realize it was the highest civilian honor in the U.S. United States has no obligation to host foreigners who wish death on Americans. He ain't wished death. He already died. It listed South Africa, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, and Paraguay as the home countries of the people who had their visas revoked. In one post, an Argentine national accused Kirk of spreading racist, xenophobic, misogynistic rhetoric, according to the State Department. Another person, according to the department, wrote in German, "When fascists die, Democrats don't complain." That's not wishing death on anybody. Neither one of those are wishing death. The State Department added that it continues to identify visa holders who says celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination at a Utah, blah, blah, blah. They had previously warned that the U.S. would take action against foreigners praising, rationalizing, or making light of Kirk's death. Where was this energy for fucking Melissa Hortman and Paul Pelosi? Granted, I don't know if people made fun. No, they did make fun of Melissa Hortman's death. They took pictures, Nightmare on Wall Street and shit like that, trying to say Tim Walz had something to do with it. I'm fucking giving them more credit than they fucking deserve. Since January, the Trump administration has pursued a sweeping crackdown on immigration, including increasing social media vetting and revoking thousands of student visas and aiming to tighten duration of others. People is like, I don't know if people are realizing how fucking real shit is getting. They said rationalizing, promoting, or disparaging, whatever the words they used was. All them people said they didn't care. That's not wishing death on anybody, and even if it was, that doesn't deserve your visa getting revoked. That shit just pissed me off again, man. It wasn't leaked. They're bold enough to put it out there. Had a VP visa. Yeah, and the VP is fucking not denouncing this shit. He ain't wished death. He already did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he didn't wish death.
The Republican Party in New York.
Desi,
Shit. That's the man saying assault is epic. I mean, just who raised this guy? I mean, that's what I'm sitting here. I'm a young Gen Z man. Who raised this guy? Who?
I just think it is crazy that they look like this. Like, the reason they have that much hate in their heart is because they look like this. Oh, what? That's a good question. Is Stevie Knight going to cover this? Let's see if he did. Oh, you know what he did cover, though? He did cover the conversation. He did cover Steven Crowder. He did cover Steven Crowder. And you know who he sided with. We ain't got to talk about that. But are you going to talk about the freaking racist text chat? Are you? What did he talk about? The government is shut down for what? Gays in Uganda? That's what he posted. Oh, sorry. He did. And the title is "This is Disgusting." I don't know if we're going to. He did. Watch. "This is disgusting. Fire them all." He working hard, boy. Let's dabble.
Some Telegram messages got hacked from some.
This damage control is crazy.
Leaders of young Republican groups around
Let's
the
dabble.
nation. They're referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become chair of the Young Republican. Ready to watch people learn now. We gotta pretend. That's crazy, man.
I know Charlie Kirk died and it's different, but he's not gonna give this. I wonder if he might get the same energy.
The exchange is part of a trope.
I want to see him do his rant.
Offers an unfiltered look at how a new generation already work inside government, go through the weeds, especially the left side. They're not even going to
wait.
Bro, he's serves as a state senator. I'm glad it's only a dozen of these idiots.
Nigga, it's only a dozen that got caught. What do you mean? I'm glad it's only a dozen. Nigga, them just the ones that got caught.
I saw that 15,000. I'm like, oh, we don't need this shit, bro. We don't need this shit, dog, because it just adds more fuel to the fire, man. And ain't nobody gonna sit here and try to go through the weeds, especially the left side. They not even gonna check and see, you know, what's valid, what it is, what it ain't, or what not. All they see is Republicans saying this, and this, and the actions of these few is going to label the entire group, man.
Oh my God! When you try to give him the benefit of the doubt, he still fucks it up. I'm like, oh, nigga, you actually gonna hold these people accountable, which he kind of is, but then he's like, all they're gonna do is label everybody. We don't need these so few racist people. You know, they're just, now they have ammo to say everybody's racist. Oh, you guys suck. Ain't that what you do when you see one black person behave a way you don't like? You be like, I'm trying to help black folks. Look at this woman. Look at what she did. Black people don't need to be like this. Then you get 12 Republicans in a group chat talking crazy. We don't want them to label all of us this way. That's just them 12. Nobody else, none of the other Republicans is like that. That's just those 12. That's those 12 Republicans, only them. Get them out of here. The rest of the racists in the closet, we good. Keep them there. We good. But get those 12, because those are the ones we caught, so we hold that 12 responsible. But Sukiana represents black people. Yeah.
And this is not what the fuck we need, dog. If this is fucking true, but it's looking.
What? Now, if it's true, why are you cutting them so much slack? Does he think that there's not racist Republicans? Does he think they're not? This ain't finna turn into a Stevie video. I'm sorry, y'all. But Jesus Christ.
Like it is. But it's like, regardless of the credibility, right? Credibility doesn't matter. It's about how headlines are going to make you feel. And we do not need this, bro, but it's here now. And ain't shit we can do besides everyone come together and isolate these fucking idiots and hold them accountable, bro. Because these motherfuckers are the reason why people get labeled certain things, get labeled racist, get labeled not.
What do you mean this is why people get labeled racist? They're being racist.
Get labeled everything under the fucking sun because you got people out here literally doing this shit. And these are people of actual positions representing the Republican Party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And where there's a dozen, there's going to be a dozen more. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not a good look, bro. It dives right into the fucking narrative.
Right, he labeled Abba racist.
Right into the damn label that the right side gets generalized. We need to cut.
You generalize black people, and that's not even a political affiliation. At least with political affiliations, there's more you could tie them into one another. You label black folks as Sukiana.
Let these cancers out, get them the fuck out of here, and continue being great. The ops are gonna
who is great? Who you calling great? Trump? You think Trump is great? The Republicans are great? We got a shutdown. We losing First Amendment rights, 14th, 22nd. We losing rights. We losing money. We losing jobs. What's great about what's happening right now?
It's like flies on shit and say, hey, told y'all motherfuckers, y'all racist ass bastards. Nah, dog.
But it's true though. There's racist Republicans, sir. So why is he acting like this is some fucking phenomenon that he can't fathom?
That ain't the right. That's not conservative.
We didn't say it was the right, but usually racists go to the right though. It ain't the right that's racist, but racists go to the right.
That's some racist ass. We need to address these motherfuckers as racist ass dog. And that's it. That is very surprising to see.
Why is it surprising?
Actual representatives, people that represent the government.
It's like, it's like his eyes are being full. Yo, Abba, between this and Abba, it's like, bro, look at what's happening. And he's like fighting it every step of the way. It's yet not even a sub platform. I mean, I get what you're saying, just like a sub platform. But yes, these aren't just like guys that are in a group chat. These are people with positions like future like statesmen, like future congressmen. These people are prepared to step up in the future. They're 18 to 40. That group chat was people with 18 to 40 years old. The Voting Rights Act is fucking finna be torched. Like, what do you mean this greatness? What are you talking about?
Some type of professional.
And it's like he's getting his eyes opened in real time. I hope he has an amazing Lucas moment or something. Like, I hope he has a come to Jesus moment. Bro, you are being fucked in every hole, and you like is trying to resist it while loving it at the same time. This is fucking crazy.
Capacity talking like that, bro. Like, it's only certain motherfuckers that talk like that. I mean, like trolls and
JD Vance didn't disavow it. What does that tell you?
Idiots talk like that, bro. But you literally got troll-like idiot individuals in leadership roles, dog. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. They ain't got.
He ain't nowhere near as mad as Charlie Kirk getting offed. Like, this is the people you will. I know you don't want to claim them, but they're the young Republicans. At least liberals and progressives don't want to associate with liberals. A lot of them. I'm not gonna say all. A lot of progressives and certainly leftists do not want to associate themselves with liberals or Democrats. These people were literal Republicans. You align yourself with these people, sir. You literally align yourself with Republicans. You kind of gotta claim it. It ain't every single one, but you got to claim these motherfuckers, and you
no business being in that motherfucker, bro. But I got to keep 100 and just think about other people in high positions that may share the same perspective as them.
Yes.
Which is going to be the minority. But
of course you believe that.
It's just, this ain't all of them, bro. This ain't all of them, dog.
Nobody said it's all of them. Why don't you say that about black folks? Why don't you say that about black folks? Which is less reason, race is less of a reason to put a label on a group of people than political alignments. But you don't say it's not all of them. You say this woman makes black women look bad. I don't want Sukiyana as a representation of black women. All y'all care about is sexy red. Like, come on.
Be people of influence and shit that's going to mold other minds, having them think the same fucking ways, perpetuating this fucking problem, dog, and shit we do not need, bro. Shit we do not need, man. Like, you got to be a weird motherfucker to be talking like that, though.
You got to be. It's like he's in disbelief. It's really like he's in disbelief that this even exists, and it's so crazy to me because this ain't shocking to us. It's just exposed. I'm not surprised at this. It's just in the light. It's just come to light, and he's like, how did like, oh, did you guys think that this would ever happen? Oh, like what? These people are Republicans? What the fuck is wrong? Let's see what Y said. Y said he left a comment. We ain't finna watch all this.
Some
he
Telegram
finna piss me off. Look at you covering the other side. Abba must have woke you up a little. Look, I don't know. Stevie's content seems to have changed a bit since the Abba thing. It's time to stop being surprised and understand the culture has shifted and become this. Did you see JD Vance's response to this? For real, these people are embarrassing. Everyone should denounce them. The chats weren't hacked. They were leaked. Somebody from the group leaked it. Stop lying, please. Yeah, he talking about if they real. Like, come on. The chats weren't hacked. He was in there trying to say they got hacked. They were leaked. Somebody from the group leaked it. Oh, I read that twice. I'm sorry. What? Not you. About time. These are the same type of guys These are the same type of guys that support your channel. You give props for being base, for pushing that right agenda. You use the actions of a few black people to paint all black people. What do you think black fatigue is? It is not fatigue of a certain group of blacks. It's black, all black fatigue. Brother, why is it so hard for you to acknowledge that the Republican Party harbors and enables racism? I support you in growing in the South. Up in the South Texas, I personally know, but to be blind at the fact that this is actually happening is lunacy. Thank you. From brother to brother, this is not an isolated incident. It's perpetuated throughout the entire party. You never hear racist dog whistles from the Democrats. Just being honest. This I think he meant mentality, will never stop unless more Republicans speak out against this, and having black faces to speak for them is beyond disappointing. Let me give you a like, my nigga. I'm curious to see or hear an explanation of why the reaction of torturous racism from the left who do not defend a white person on any basis but would destroy white people's entire family over speculation, no evidence. Okay, this person doing too much. What? It's about the N-word. It is funny. I'm high-key surprised that you're surprised. Black folks been saying this, bro. Thank you. This is your side. I can't believe you're surprised. You really think it's just those few that think this way? You got to be kidding. Of course it's not all, but yes, the right is going to be and has been labeled apart. Like, he's fucking, this is, woo! Woo-sa. The comments been on this nigga, man. He ain't gonna make a follow-up to that, though. Woo-wee. And just thinking of real conversation that get missed because anyone doing the frog outfit tomorrow. That 50K got him working. So I guess he thinks black people had something to do with this. It's crazy how they refuse to condemn it. Yeah. Woke DEI, black fatigue. It's like, yeah. Okay, let's hear what these people said in text.
What makes them think it's funny? Let's make any of these losers think that these kind of comments are funny? It's just so infuriating. Peter Gunta, who at the time was chair of the same organization, wrote in a message sent in June that everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Just absolutely disgusting comments. And this is Peter Gunta right there.
Oh, look crazy.
That's Peter. That's the guy behind these text messages. Just absolutely horrific. Let's continue. Gunta was referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become the chair of the Young Republican National Federation, the GOP's 15,000-member political organization. Here are some of these leaked text messages. You have Peter up here. That's PG. Everyone that votes no is going to the chamber, and everyone that endorsed the votes for us is going to the chamber. Then this guy says, this is the, let's get his name down here. They have his names labeled. Bobby Walker, who we just saw a moment ago. Let me show you his face again. Just put him on blast again. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm a dog with a bone right now. When do we start bullying, dude? AK says we have a solid 3 people who can have them and want to jump. That right there is this woman right here, Annie K. Katie. That's Annie K.
Oh my God. Bro. What type of name is K. Katie? Is that her last name? K. Katie?
Hey, Katie, that's a person in this chat right now. Let's continue. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? When do we bring that side out? Says Annie K. Katie. And then Peter goes on to say, I'm going to create some of the greatest psychological torture methods known to man. Once again, that's him right there. I'm going to keep putting the faces to the names. And then this guy, JM, can we fix the showers? Gas chambers don't fit the Hitler
KK Katie. Yeah, it's like KK Katie. Yeah, y'all both just snapped.
aesthetic. I mean, I am getting like, I feel like it's coming through in the video. I'm getting like furious as I'm reading these things because this is the opposition.
That is crazy, like K. Katie. Yeah, like that's the KK Katie. Yeah.
Especially to folks like myself, young Gen Z men, these are the people that I'm working against. These are the people that my friends on YouTube are working against. My friends in the content creation space, my friends in politics are working against. Hateful, bigoted, racist losers. Let's call them what it is. I won't stop calling them what it is. That's what they are. And let me just show you who this JM guy is. Joe Maligno. Let's get Joe up here. There he is, the vice president of the Staten Island Young Republican Club. Look at him. That's Joe right there. All of these guys are mediocre white dudes. That's just the basis of it. They're all mediocre white dudes. Many of these people who are commenting in this chat. And it gets, significantly worse. 251 times. Mixed into formal conversations about whipping votes, social media strategy, and logistics, the member of the chat slung around an array of slurs, which Politico is republishing to show how they spoke. Epithets like all those things you can fill in the blanks appeared more than 251 times. In one instance,
Wow.
Walker, who at the time was
F-word, retarded, nigga.
a staffer for ORT, a representative, a person elected in politics, talked about how a mutual friend of someone in the chat dated this very large Indian woman. I mean, I really can't even say this stuff. Gunta responded that she was not Indian. She just didn't. Oh God. I'm sorry that this is actually pissing me off so much. But I'm it's just driving me nuts.
Gunta responded that woman was not Indian.
Here's another one.
She just didn't bathe often. Jesus.
Gunta wrote, if your pilot is a she and she looks 10 shades darker than someone from Sicily, just end it there. Now, those comments sound very similar to something that Charlie Kirk said, talking about a woman pilot that was black. This is the Republican Party. The sooner the people understand that, the better we will be as a country.
Now, like when he said this is the Republican Party, it's a lot. I think there's a lot of Republicans, especially in leadership, that are like white nationalists or racist, white supremacists. But there's some people that's a part of it that just are blind, like fucking Stevie Knight. Like I hope more people in the comments let him know, like, bro, this is who you align yourself with. I'm not saying that every single person that aligns with being Republican is racist, but the racists are Republican, bro. Bro, I mean, if they want to end there, good for them, but I won't stop them. But they probably don't mean just themselves.
There were also white supremacist symbols. Gibson reviewed multiple excerpts of the Young Republicans chat provided by Politico. One was a late July message where Moseyman, who is a high-ranking member of the Young Republicans Club in Arizona, there he is, Luke Moseyman.
I use it. I'm not gonna lie. I say it. I say it. It just works in so many situations. I'm sorry.
And there he is, everybody. Mediocre white dudes. Mediocre white dudes. That's who we're talking about here. The chair of the Arizona Young Republicans mused about how the group could win support for their preferred candidate by linking an opponent to a white supremacist.
Yeah, even with ICE, like facts. Like these people they're targeting people that aren't white. They're not treating people from like Poland like that. You think they give a fuck about somebody that's here from Poland, whether they're legal or illegal? They don't give a fuck.
Group. But Moseyman then realized that his plan could backfire. Kansas's Young Republicans could end up becoming attracted to that. Oh my gosh. It is so depressing that this is the other side of the aisle. I mean, it's really like when we're talking, politics broadly is kind of like this now, where we have like good versus bad. And it's like kind of like an objective thing where you have Democrats who are saying, we want to build homes, we want people to have healthcare, we want to protect immigrants and things like that. And the Republicans are just completely off their rocker saying something so insane. That's all.
It is kind of crazy though. Like Democrats was running on child tax, a healthier environment, building homes, health care, making food prices cheaper, fucking helping an industry that we needed, Joe Biden with the CHIPS Act, getting semiconductors made in the U.S. so we don't have to rely on China for it. Like, all things to help us. These motherfuckers is like, get everybody out the country. You can't burn the flag. We don't need help from anybody. We're going to build everything here, and we don't want any other country to come in and help do anything. Y'all need to buy our cars. We're going to put tariffs. Yes, we had the student loan forgiveness. We're trying to help people. Tariff everybody. We want to be isolationists. Don't burn the flag. Don't disparage political pundits or we'll fucking kick you out. If you ain't white, get out the country. Like, you're lucky the black people got more of a stay than y'all because we'll kick them out too, But Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck are y'all doing to help anybody? Y'all just trying to get people out and isolate us. And we in a labor shortage. This man want to create jobs, and we don't even have enough people, and then you're trying to kick people out the country. God.
Also the case.
It's so, ATX is so crazy to me how people was so revved up off their emotions, like you saying, to not stop and think about this shit for 2 seconds, bro.
On a young person politics level. I mean, you're seeing it right now. I mean, like, look, he asked the group, can we get them to start releasing, Nazi edits with her, like pro-Nazi and fascism propaganda. And then Rachel Hope said, I love this plan. Come on up, Rachel.
Yeah, I remember that one, Jess. I saw that.
Come on up, Rachel, the co-chair of the Arizona Young Republicans Executive Board. She loved.
Right, you like, let's stop doing and then RFK, yeah, pregnant women don't take Tylenol. Let's not have everybody get vaccines. Meanwhile, measles is coming back. Like, yeah, we don't need them to get vaccines when they're a baby. Like, they don't need it. Like, God.
This plan.
Let's take away at the Department of Education. Let's get us out of the WHO. Like, fuck. Why are you just taking stuff from us?
Loved it. She loved it. The only problem is we will lose the Kansas delegation, Moseyman said. Hope and the 2 Kansas Young Republicans in the chat reacted with a laughing face to that message. They think racism is funny, guys. They think racism and people in their party liking racism is funny. And of course, none of these people, by the way, have responded to requests from comment. And now I just want to show you one last leaked text. The article is very long. I encourage you to read it. I'm just trying to give you some highlights here. And by highlights, I mean the worst moments. How about this one? Joe, did you look it up yet? This is a man named Luke Moseyman. Well, we have Luke Moseyman. We saw him. Then JM, who is the man we saw earlier, Joe Maligno, says, just did, probably shouldn't have on my work computer. AD, who his name is Alex Dwyer. Come on up, Alex. Come on up. There he is. There's Alex Dwyer right there. Look at him. Mediocre white man. How many times do I have to say it? And then look over there. There's your guy, Hendricks. He's in the same photo. I'm sorry. I'm pissed off right now, if you couldn't tell. I'm really not. I'm so sick dealing with Republicans like this. He
Part of me feel like Harry's being a little bit performative.
said, I don't even have to say it. S word, it was assault. And then BW, Bobby Walker, this guy again said that assault is epic. There's more explicit malice in some phrases too, especially when they turn their ear on opponents outside the chat, such as the leader of the rival Grow YR Slate and other Republicans who are not part of their group chat. You can see some of these things, you can read it from yourself. But that's the thing. So I want everybody to look at their faces one more. You have William Hendricks, you have Bobby Walker, you have Peter Gunta.
More than half of the people that's in there just being like obese is just. It's just so funny. I don't have a problem with people being overweight. It just says a lot. Oh God, it just says a lot. I'm not trying to make it like a big people thing, but it's just so crazy that they all look like this. It's just really crazy.
Annie K. Katie, Joe Maligno, Alex Dwyer, Rachel Hope, and Luke Moseyman, the stars of the show, in this awful, disgusting text message chain that really exposes so much about today's politics.
They probably didn't. That's the problem. They probably didn't get bullied.
So much about politics on the Republican Party side. And I'm, truly going through the story. I think it's a must. I think we have to expose these people. But I'm feeling sick in my stomach as I read this stuff. And it's sick in my stomach to realize that some of these people have probably come after me and my friends on social media. And they're saying things like this in private. It's so atrocious. So anyway, look, I just had to show you the story, and I wanted to cover it in a different way.
Those are definitely the type of people that have those troll accounts where they get on X and stuff and say racist stuff and nobody knows. I like the people that was talking that crazy. They definitely have troll accounts where they go on and say crazy stuff to people. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm ugly, but I don't take it out on others. Shut up, Larry. His first book screams, I was bullied and took it poorly. Black Panther Party. Yeah. Where they at when you need them, man? Yeah, it's something wrong for you to be that hateful. You can't be that hateful. Okay, what I got left? That's a little... That Charlie video. I might react to that separately. Asmongold covering Charlie cover topics. Cover politics. Asmongold is a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Okay. We're going to do this one. We're going to do that was a little heavy, so we're going to do something funny. If I get to this next one after this, we're going to not heavy, but so G Herbo was on Club Shay Shay. And as a Chicagoan, I really wanted to weigh in on this. Where G Herbo came to, I saw him say it in the past, and I guess Shannon Sharp wanted to address him on this, where he said, Herb said, D Rose is bigger than Mike, MJ in Chicago. And I'll let y'all know my opinion as we go through. I ain't gonna say it yet.
Obviously, if you're from Chicago.
Okay, so he said that on social media, and I guess he got to address it. But I have to, I think Shannon copyright, so I'm gonna have to do some stuff to this. I'm gonna have to make it not as visible. So I apologize for that. Damn, that looked crazy. I don't want to hurt y'all eyes. We're gonna do that. Hopefully that's enough to not get it. Sorry y'all, but yeah, Shannon he copyright strikes. I mean he copyright claims. I'm sorry. So let's see how Herb defends Derrick Rose being bigger than Mike in Chicago.
Obviously, if you're from Chicago, you know D Rose.
Yeah, for sure.
D Rose, people say, man, D Rose is probably bigger in Chicago than Jordan.
I've said that before.
You said that?
Out of my own mouth, I said that.
That was you?
That was you, nigga. You asking the question because he said it. Stop playing, Shannon. God damn it. Nigga, you ain't fooling nobody.
Said that.
Man, you need to get some more in here, man. I don't know. You must have been drinking when you said that.
Let me give you my opinion on why I said
Okay, you give me your opinion.
I'm not gonna Jordan is the biggest of the biggest. I'm not gonna say that, but it's like coming from Chicago,
D Rose homegrown.
You know he homegrown. It's like we seen it. Like I used to watch him play when he went to Beasley. I knew who Derrick Rose was.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? From Beasley to Simeon. You feel me? Like
Yes.
that's why I felt like it just made it like any kid from Chicago, they dream like you could do it. We really watched D Rose do it and become one of the greatest point guards to ever play in the NBA.
Youngest MVP.
Like, he just gave us so much hope in Chicago, you feel what I'm saying? Then you gotta think about it. I was born in 95, so I ain't really get to see Jordan play.
Right.
So that's the thing. And I'm a little bit older than Herb, but I fully understand what he's talking about. Rose is older than me. I'm older than Herb. And as somebody that saw Mike, and when looking back today, thank you, ATX. Like today, when everything is said and done, Mike is retired, Rose is retired. PTJ had one. D Wade is retired. Now, Mike is, you know, the best basketball career anybody could probably ask for. One of the top 2 players ever. And he means a lot to Chicago. He does. But especially as a millennial, D Rose means more to Chicago as a Chicagoan than Mike. I saw a lot of people in the comments was trying to shit on her, be like, oh, these young niggas. It's like, you could say it's a young nigga thing. I get it. But as somebody that got to see D Rose and got to see Mike too, it's different when the nigga come from your city and do what D Rose did. Like he said, we saw it. Mike came to Chicago, you know. He wasn't born here. You didn't get to see him. Like, niggas used to go to Simeon as an event. Like, niggas was like, we gonna see Derrick Rose. Like, it was an event to go see Derrick Rose play basketball in high school. In high school, nigga, it was an event to go to his. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to care who was playing against. It wasn't your school. It was an event to go see D Rose play. So it's different. It's not to say that he's a better player, or he had a better career, or anything like that. But if you a '90s baby in Chicago, like D Rose do mean more to the city, you know. But it's not to say that Mike didn't give the Bulls the reputation it has. That's a fact.
Highlights. I seen Derrick Rose in real time.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So that's what I meant by that.
Okay.
I mean, clarify.
Yeah, because people like, but hold on, bro. How you gonna say D Rose? But I get what you're saying, because you
I
talking
thought
about
Shannon was gonna give him some pushback.
guy from Chicago,
Poverty
born and
struggle,
raised in
grew up poor, bro, and became one of the biggest to ever play the game, you feel, in my opinion.
And as far as D Wade goes, it might be a little different because Rose got, you know, he's more in ties to Chicago. D Wade was in the suburbs, which is not a knock on him or nothing. It's just a little different.
What is D Rose trajectory if he doesn't get hurt? If he doesn't hurt that knee?
Yeah, I always think about that, man. Like, who is D Rose if he didn't get hurt? I think he could have been like who would D Rose be? I want to say AI, but I feel like he'll be a little bit more than AI. Shut the fuck up, Watts. He was Jordan, and what? I mean, he ain't Jordan. I mean, like career. Yeah, it's dark because Shannon copyright claim, bro. So I had to do this. He ain't Jordan. I think he's more than AI. I think he's like, I know, bro, but Rose wasn't gonna be Jordan. Like, are you saying he was gonna be LeBron? Like, yeah, but he wasn't. Like, you're basically saying Rose would be up there with LeBron and Kobe and Mike. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case.
Saw him become the youngest MVP in NBA history.
Exactly.
So his trajectory was like.
Damn, I love Rose, but I wouldn't say that. I think he would have been. I can't think of. I think he would be in the. I think he would be in the top 20 conversation. I think if D Rose didn't get hurt, he's in the top 20 all time. 20. I'll give him top 20 all time if he didn't get hurt. Chris Paul, you doubt he would have had a ring. I don't think a ring. I think a ring would have been possible. I think he could have gotten the finals. AI is my favorite player ever, Albert. So I'm being unbiased. I think when I say more than AI is, I think that he had a better shot at a ring than AI did. I just believe that because the talent pool is so much wider in the NBA during these times, recent times. There's way more talent in the NBA, and I think if he had the right team, I think he could have got a ring.
Mm-hmm. Now he's a phenomenal player, but I still think we were robbed of him at his absolute prime.
Absolutely, we definitely got robbed of Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's why we so passionate about it because we know what it would have been if he didn't hurt himself. Like you can't tell me that Derrick Rose wouldn't have left the NBA without no rings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think he could have got at least one. He would have had at least one ring. He would if you put the right team around him, he didn't get hurt. He would have got one ring.
You know, because he was just so good. They would have, especially what the NBA is now and what it was becoming. Like they would have built a team around him. He would have had a dynasty around him for real. And like you can't tell nobody in Chicago that Derrick Rose is not top 3 point guard ever. Still. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't know. That's some young shit right there. He in the top 10 ever. He ain't top 3.
And
that was some young nigga shit right there. He ain't top 3. He top 10.
I feel about him. Like,
point guard, and yeah.
What is it about hoopers and athletes wanting to be rappers want to be hoopers and football players? What is the combination? What is the common thread?
Did you want to be a rapper, Shannon?
The fabric that tie these together.
I think it's just like the cool it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like the lifestyle that rappers, that artists live is like, it's glamorized. It's looked upon as like fun. And athletes really like, they
talking
life
about
is
Muggsy. I was just watching an AI highlight where AI did Muggsy dirty, boy. Oh my God, I used to love seeing that nigga play. He gave me hope because like I was in school, I was a 2. And I was a 2 guard when I played basketball. And Allen Iverson gave me hope because he was the small nigga on the court. Like, I was tall, but I wasn't like the tall people. I was like the above average guy, and then my friends was tall. I had some tall friends, and I was a 2 guard. So I was like in between tall and like average height amongst my peers. And I wanted to be like AI. He gave me so much hope. And then come to find out how tall, I think how Allen Iverson is like 6'2", and I'm like 6 feet. And I was like, I could be able to dunk because he gave me hope. Allen Iverson's 6 feet. I'm 6 feet. I thought he was 6'1". So he gave me, that's part of the reason, too, why he was one of my favorite players. But I wasn't the best handler. I was a shooter. I didn't have handles like AI. But he's the reason I started working on handles more because I was a 2. I didn't really have to. So I was always a shooter. But he made me feel like I need to start working on handles. You know what I'm saying? He made me feel like I gotta work on my handles because and then he's only 6 feet, and I felt like if he could be in the NBA as raw as he was, I knew that 6 feet was in my future because at that point I was like 5'8" or something or some shit like that. I wasn't far from 6 feet, so I was like, this is possible. You know,
with structure,
gym,
workout, like, you know, the athlete that go to the club and party like a artist, he get criticized the most. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like they just want to have that kind of fun because they really got more money than us. You know what I'm saying? They got more money than us, but we having more fun.
Right.
So it's like I feel like that's the whole like thing that tie into each other, and you got to think about like just the motivation and inspiration that we give them with our music and our art, you know what I'm saying? Them working out in the gym, listening to it, get them in a mode. Like, it's certain songs that you listen to, like, I'm finna go score 40 tonight. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really like the bridge in between it. And a lot of artists like myself, we had hoop dreams or football dreams before we did it. So it's like
before rapping, you was doing a sport.
We look up to them too because they are what we wanted to be, but it ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap was our plan B. You feel me? They plan A work.
If I gave you a choice, say, you know what? You could have went to the NBA or you be the rapper. Would you trade your career, your rap career?
Shit, the NBA is more money, and you ain't got to worry about what you say. When you come up in the hood, like you rapping shit, you know, niggas gonna be blue. Like you see the shit that happen to these street niggas every day, man. It'd be the lyrics, it'd be your peoples, you lose your friends. There's a lot that come with being a, you know, drill rapper.
To be in the NBA?
No.
Well, damn.
Shit, I don't know if I was. Shit, I mean the schedule is a lot, but that's way more money.
I wouldn't, because I feel like early on I thought that's what I was like destined to do, but I really feel like I'm living in my purpose now. Like,
You be a rapper? I think if I could be a rapper or an NBA player, I'd probably be an NBA player, bro. I think I would be an NBA player. It's just so much less like you could fall off, but not really, because you either gonna get better or stay the same. Like I don't know. Like you said you lazy. I don't think rap. You can't be lazy with rap. You can't be lazy. You got to write all the time.
People that I influence and what my music is. It's not really just like rap for me. Like the greatest feeling that I get from this is when people tell me like, you changed my life, bro. Wow. Like, you got me through this situation. Like my brother passed.
That's true. You could probably influence more people through music than sports.
My grandmother, my dad passed, and like, if
I'd
it
rather
wasn't for
be in
your
the
music,
league.
I don't even know where I would be or what
Yes, you ain't getting in no 360 deals, losing your money. Yes,
I would be doing. And don't get me wrong, you could influence those kind of people
like
too.
yeah, you know how much money you getting when in the league. Like ain't nobody playing with your money for real in that situation.
You know, sports and stuff like that. But I just feel like I was really meant to be who I am right now.
Right. All right. Hoop rappers. You, J. Cole, Savage, Drake, Dave East, Breezy.
Wait, first of all, Shannon, wait a minute. You forgot about, okay, well, he said hoop rap. Well, oh, you naming the rappers. I was finna say, because what's my boy name that rap who's nice in the NBA? Y'all, what's that man name? I think he a Blazer. Lillard, Dame Lillard. But he's naming the rappers. Herb is a hooper. Is Herb hoop for real? He said, I know Davey's a hooper.
Hoop rappers. You, J. Cole.
J. Cole hoop.
Savage.
I didn't know 21 Savage hoop. If he do, I didn't know that.
Drake.
Drake is not a fucking hooper. Just because you pick up a basketball don't make you a hooper.
Yeah.
Dave East.
Dave East hoop.
Breezy. Now
Chris Brown can hoop his ass off too. Motherfuckers don't know Lil Dicky can fucking hoop. Quavo, yes. Quavo can hoop. Lil Dicky, he don't probably even know who Lil Dicky is. Lil Dicky can hoop. You put him over fucking 21 Savage. I never seen 21 Savage hoop. Is he good? I don't know. Who the last person he just said?
Savage, Drake.
Drake ain't no fucking hooper, bro.
Dave East, Breezy. Now it's reported that you beat Drake and Savage.
Yeah, we did.
He said, yeah, I ain't no her hoop.
No, Drake.
4 times in a row.
Yes, Dicky can hoop.
Hold on. Drake, like, I've seen video. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I watched him in the videos, and Drake got game.
Drake could shoot the net off that motherfucker, for sure.
Can anybody point me to, I didn't know Drake hoop. I didn't know that. Drake hoop, for real?
And you beat him.
Yeah.
You beat Savage,
we played a 5-on-5. Yeah, Drake and Savage was on the same team.
Oh, your team beat his team?
Yeah, we beat them, for sure, like 4 or 5 times.
Damn. I feel like he flexing. Herb look like he lied. He's about 4 or 5 times.
Same team.
Oh, your team beat his team?
Yeah, we beat them, for sure, like 4 or 5
On what, Degrassi, before he got shot?
times.
Damn.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll do it again.
Y'all had
Herb lying. He lying. That's why he rubbing his face.
Yeah.
Y'all had some money on the line?
We ain't even play for no money. We was just playing for fun for the sport. We was just really
They probably take it serious next time we got money on the wood.
Yeah, we put that money on the wood for sure. We could play for that money. They got a lot of it.
You try to get it up off of us.
Yeah, we can play. For sure. But that's my dog, man. 21, that's my brother. Drake, my homie. We was just at the crib vibing and hooping and shit. We beat their ass like 4-5 times in a row.
Whose idea was it to get them talking? Man, y'all in there, y'all talking, you doing y'all thing, y'all probably in the studio. Man, somebody started talking, man. Hey, bro, hey.
You know how it be. Like, everybody got them dreams, they get the woofing, like, all right, man, come on, suit up. Like, that was one of them.
Take it
like,
to the court.
Suit up. Everybody, come on, suit up, for sure. Like, niggas bringing hoop shoes, like, what size you wear? You wear a 9? All right, go bring me another 9. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, for sure.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but really, but I seen Chris Brown. Chris Brown can really
nice. He nice too. We played Chris Brown in the crew league. We lost though.
Yeah, I figured that. I wasn't gonna say that, but I figured it.
No, we lost the Breezy team for sure. Every time we went to the crew league, we made it to the finals though. We always made it to the championship.
There's been a lot of talk, and I know you didn't probably get an opportunity to see him at his prime. I did. Michael Jackson. A lot of people say Chris Brown is the greatest entertainer ever. That title has been bestowed to Michael for a very long time. Now, we know when it comes to album sales, record sales.
He's a better dancer. I don't know if I'm comfortable saying entertainer yet. I don't know.
Nobody's going to be able to approach Mike.
I love fucking Mike. And when I tell y'all, Mike and Chris, that for me.
That's first of all, they don't sell vinyl. They don't sell records like that anymore. So that's null and void. But do you believe that Chris Brown is the greatest entertainer?
I feel like there's nobody closer to Michael Jackson than Chris Brown.
That's what I say. Like if there's if it's gonna be somebody that ain't Mike, it's gonna be Chris. That's how I feel. I'm not comfortable picking one over the other yet, but it ain't gonna be if it's somebody that ain't Mike, it's Chris.
Honestly, like for real, and just seeing
Beyonce up there too though. Beyonce be fucking. Oof, Beyonce be giving a show, man. Beyonce be giving a fucking show.
With my own eyes, you know, and just seeing like
man, shut up, PCJ.
The person and putting your whole everything into your craft. You know what I'm saying? Like he really like it's mind blowing seeing him on stage. Like having all that energy, all those hits, like being in shape where you could do 30 flips back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like
2 hours, 2.5 hours of that night to night, and
that's insane for 50 nights in a row, and then you can go do it again. You can go do it out the country. You can do it in the States. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Breezy.
Mike was different too. Mike was different, but it's hard. I don't know, man. And I love both of them, so it's hard.
He definitely, in my opinion, is the closest thing to Michael Jackson for sure.
Yeah.
How was it working with Breezy? So what's he like in the studio? What's it like, like you said,
what song they got together?
He's an phenomenal performer. He can sing, he can dance. I don't even know if he got bones in his body the way he can get his body to do all that stuff. My knees hurting. I'm gonna have to get my knees replaced just watching the videos. I got my hips replaced.
You know, like some people just like have
play your part. I don't even know this song.
That it factor. You know what I'm saying? Like some people is really like God really put their hands on you and just made you.
This is what I want you to do.
Everything you do. You know what I'm saying? In that field.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with him in the studio, like the way he record. It's second nature. When he in his comfort zone, like he wants you to come pull up on him, come to the crib, come where I'm at, and like just vibe, and it's gonna have the same outcome every time. You feel what I'm saying? Like he not gonna miss. It's just what he do. You feel me? Like, and when I seen that, like it's only certain people that I ever seen in my life who I feel like are just like amazing at making music. You know what I'm saying? And that's,
I don't even know this
Chris
song.
Brown, Juice WRLD.
Wait, okay, I don't understand this Janet Jackson. Like, I'm not saying Janet ain't one of them, but you wouldn't put Beyonce as a performer over Janet? What female artist is a better performer than Beyonce? Like, Beyonce be up there actually singing and dancing her life away. Janet don't sing and dance. That in itself kind of gives her the edge. At least Chris and Mike lip sync. Like that's equal for them. They don't sing their entire performances. Beyonce do. Said he blinded by lust. Like Janet shows her Janet shows her boob though. I'm fucking dead.
Future, Meek Mill, and
wait, what?
That's who I feel like is just what he do. You feel me? Like, and when I seen that, like, it's only certain people that I ever seen in my life who I feel like
it's got to be the
are
lust.
just like amazing at making music. You know what I'm saying? And that's Chris Brown, Juice WRLD.
Wait, Janet doesn't what? Janet don't sing and dance. Beyonce do.
Future, Meek Mill, and Thug. Those are the only people that I really seen in my own eyes. Like, this shit really is second nature to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it inspired me to like get better.
You gotta I gotta step my game up, man.
So it inspired me to like, just cause I'm like a sponge though. When I watch people do certain things, I pick up from, you know what I'm saying, the way they record and they patterns. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Like Meek Mill,
she do it all in one show, but she don't do it all at the same time. That's the difference. I'm talking about the same time. Beyonce do sing, dance, and dry hump at the same time.
a bunch of different flows and like cadences until he just found that one day he the most comfortable.
I'm not even in the Beehive. I'll just give respect where it's due. I'm not even in the Beehive. I don't care to go to I wanted to go to Beyonce's Renaissance tour concert. I didn't go. I don't really care about none of the other albums. I really liked Renaissance, and I missed that. But I'm not finna bend over backwards to go to a Beyonce concert if it wasn't the Renaissance one, because I really like that album. But other than that, I'm not even a Beehive person. I just pay respect where it's due. Beyonce be doing her thing.
Go off of that, you know what I'm saying? And Pluto do the same thing for real in his own way. It's like he just keep on, like he just edit, he just spin shit. It sound like he mumbling at first, but then when you hear it and all put together, that shit sound like amazing. And I seen Juice WRLD do the same thing with his music. Like Juice used to, I've never seen nobody do what Juice WRLD do though. Juice would rap a full song in one take, like without punching in. Like he would rap a full song, a hook, 2 verses, all in one take without stopping. And stop and rap another song completely different on the same beat, one take. He'll do it at least 3-4 times. And just pick his favorite one.
Damn.
I've never seen nobody do that in my life. Ever.
I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying about Beyonce. I'm just being honest. I ain't going hard. I just being honest. That's it. Like, I don't even think I have a full Beyonce album in my Spotify besides Renaissance. I got like the songs I like here and there, but I don't even have a full Beyonce album in my Spotify besides Renaissance. All right. Yeah, she know what the fuck she doing. The last video is long. I might do this separate. Yeah. I think we did it tonight. I think we did it. If I do this other video, it's just gonna be its own separate, what's it called? But you're not saying she trash. No, I'm not saying you saying she trash. I know you're not saying she's trash. But I don't see why you would put Janet over her. Like, Janet is probably a more diverse dancer for sure. She's a more dynamic dancer. That's a fact. But as far as entertainer and performer live, I don't know that many female artists that can do what Beyonce do. Like, like I said, she sings and dances at the same time. She's not lip syncing. Janet lip syncs. Beyonce got her dancing isn't like a little 2-step. It'd be the full choreography that she's right there front and center for and dancing. Janet is gonna either sing or dance. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna lie. What? The bee-boo? Not gonna lie. You know, she be. I want to see the defense of that part. I want to know how she can compete. Just so y'all know, for those that don't know, Moist Critical has made like $35 million since he's been doing content. I just want y'all to know that. Oh, the boob give Janet Jackson a leg up. Did y'all know that Moist Critical, I don't know if I said that the first time. Moist Critical, he doesn't have his super chats on so he wants people to not send him money because he makes so much fucking money. I think last year he made $1 million. But since he's been doing content, he's made $35 million. Let's watch it. I don't think it's a long video. I didn't watch it. I just heard about it. I'm super interested though in his explanation. If I cover him doing the politics thing, I'm gonna just do that separate.
Ball into the spaghetti and meatballs of today. First things first, before I cannonball into the spaghetti and meatballs of today's topic, I'd like to let you all know I've been actively working on my Mickey Mouse impression, so please let me know your thoughts. Pluto! So with that out of the way,
what the fuck?
I'm going to show you all of my analytics from my lifetime of being on YouTube and almost a decade of being on Twitch. Now, the reason for this is, a week ago I made a video called I'm Turning It Off, and in that video I'm explaining why I'm disabling any and all means of people having the ability to donate money to me. No more super chats, no more YouTube memberships, for all intents and purposes, no more bits on Twitch. I say all intents and purposes, you can't actually fully disable that on Twitch. Once you start streaming on there, you're fucking shackled to the bits ecosystem. It cannot be turned off. So I made the minimum so high that no one can pay it, hopefully, and actively discouraging people from subbing on Twitch as well. Any and all avenues where people could just give me clams, I am just putting the kibosh on. I should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Might as well get the farty sharded now. The reason is super simple. I would much rather you keep your money. Use it for yourself or use it for things you deem important, whether it's charitable causes or what have you. But just stop forking it over to me. Now, since posting that video, there's been a lot of questions and even somewhat of a pushback from other streamers about how, like, this sets a bad precedent where it, like, starts to shame other streamers if they don't follow my footsteps here. Let me be clear, I'm not trying—
Oh, come on, that is a reach. He's not, that is a reach. I guess if you feel that type of pressure, that's your own self. Everybody don't have, what is it? 17 million subs. Moist is probably in the top 10 on YouTube. I could be wrong, but he's definitely in the top 20. 17 million subs. He don't need your donations, bro. Yeah, like, right, a human being, exactly. Like, the AdSense is fucking real. Like, it's like he said, instead of sending me money, you watch his video. You just watch his video. He's gonna get paid.
Trying to make a rallying cry here. I'm not your dad. You do what you want with your own streams. Keep donations and subs on out the wazoo forever. I don't care. That's your prerogative. This was just my own personal decision. Obviously, that wasn't like the most prevalent take or anything, but it is a conversation I saw stirring about after I posted that video, because there are some streamers that believe that normal people having the ability to give them money helps them feel included in the community, part of the crew, part of the ship, and it's like integral to the streaming experience to be able to like sub and donate and things like that. I've never really shared that perspective. I've always viewed streaming as content that you are providing to viewers for free, and if someone's nice enough to toss you a doubloon, you tip your fedora saying, "Holly jolly, thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger," and move on. But it's not an obligation, and no one should feel like they need to be able to give you money to be included in the community. That feels very parasocial to me, but that's just my own view on it. But what I will tell you, breaking the magician's code here, there is no top streamer that needs your financial support to put food on the table or continue.
And notice he said top streamer. Facts. Like the top ones, they don't need them donations.
Providing those streams for you. Also, the bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads in the first place. Anyway, though, I think this stems from people just not really knowing how much money a top streamer can make on Twitch, for example. So let me show you my analytics from my lifetime on Twitch. Now, Twitch analytics are a little wonky here on the back end, so I wasn't able to just set the date range.
Bro, this shit finna hurt my heart.
From 2017 to 2025 because it would just freeze. It would just have a conniption. I bet the Twitch HQ, a server just fucking caught flame with me trying to do that, so I had to break it up into chunks. So in 2017 is when I really started like actually streaming on Twitch. I had dabbled in 2016, but it wasn't until 2017 where I got like partnered and everything. So from 2017 to 2019, I made $55,500 for those 2 years. And I wasn't full-time streaming at this point or anything. It was just a bit of goofing around, having some fun, and it brought in $55,500. From 2019 to 2021 is when I took it a lot more seriously. As you can see, my time streamed went from 600 hours on the 2 years to 3,600 hours, and I made $1.2 million for those 2 years.
What's that, like 600,000 a year? In 2 years, he made 600,000 a year. Fuck.
Years. And this was before my Twitch contract, so the only ads that were running on my stream were like the pre-roll ads, the ones that Twitch would insert themselves. So this was still without ads, by the way. $1.2 million, almost 1.3. Then I got a Twitch contract which necessitated a certain amount of ads, 3 minutes of ad time per hour. And from 2021 to basically 2025, I made $4.1 million. And to those astute observers amongst you with those keen peepers, you might notice that my subscriptions are less than half of what they were for the previous 2-year period. So even though I have 180,000 less subs across these 3 years than I did for the previous 2, I still made—
He said these numbers jump scare me. Like, God. Like you said, D-Button must be fucking nice. God.
Significantly more. And that is because of ads. Ads are the breadbasket to streamers. That is the jelly to the peanut butter sandwich that is streaming. And keep in mind, these numbers here, the 4.1, the 1.2, those don't even include brand deals or sponsorships.
Albert, it's not, I get what you're saying, but it's like, I love that he's like not ashamed to show this. Like I like that. It's so mind-boggling though.
I didn't have any like ancillary donations, but a lot of streamers do through like Streamlabs for like text-to-speech stuff like that. So that doesn't include any of those other means of making money through the medium. This is solely through just Twitch itself. And I think something important to mention, contrary to popular belief, I am not a top streamer. I am also not even a full-time streamer, and I haven't been for over a year and a half. So my 2025 earnings, I didn't really put them here. It's about 100K. So another thing to add.
I want to hate on this man, but I can't. You can't. What is crazy though is Moist doesn't even do the. I don't know what he does on Twitch when he streams. I think he plays video games mostly when he does stream. But the fact that on YouTube, I think he makes more than that. And look at his videos. He doesn't like have these extremely intricate videos. Like the editing is literally non-existent. He doesn't make a thumbnail. He just puts whatever. He just picks a timestamp in the video and makes the thumbnail. The title barely alludes to whatever the video entails. It's like he literally does the least and is one of the top earners on this site. And that just goes to show you it's about the person. It's about the person. It's not about the bells and whistles.
The total here. But I'm not even a full-time streamer anymore, and I haven't been a top 20 streamer probably since the fucking Among Us boom. You know, back in the prehistoric internet age now. Like, the Among Us era is the only time where I broached, like, the top 20. I've not been in that ball game for a while, and yet this is still a crazy amount of money, where there is no reason I should be taking money from just normal people working normal everyday jobs. It just doesn't.
Hey, this man just probably gained himself like another 1 million subs just off this gesture alone.
Feel right to me. Streaming is the easiest job there is.
Views
Hot take, I know, sorry, that was a blistering, scalding magma that I just spewed out there, but it is
this
just...
video has 3 million views, bro. He's getting money.
The truth. I sit in swamp
This video alone will make him more money than some people make in a year. Like, this one video is gonna make him a year's salary that a lot of people wouldn't make. Like, it's ridiculous.
For a few hours every day, well, at least I used to when I was a full-time streamer, playing games or just yapping. Now compare that Weenie Hut Jr. routine to a normal person who is actually working their ass off every single day in a 9-to-5 environment, grinding in the hopes of chasing the American dream. And then they'll come home, maybe turn on my stream and donate a couple of dollars to me. And it just doesn't sit right with me taking that kind of money, given what I've made from all of this. And I really should have just stopped this a long time ago, especially considering this is just the Twitch side of things. I told you, I'm going to show you my YouTube earnings. So be ready, because here it is. Huge.
Why did he just do that?
Huge fucking number, an unfathomable amount of money. From starting this channel in 2007 all the way until today, I have made...
Oh, people will never make that much money in their life. People would not make that much money in their lifetime. $35 million, and he made it in 18 years? 18 years of his life. He's made more money than people will make in their entire lifetime. Some people. Fuck.
$35.8 million. I never even imagined that amount of money was possible to earn without just being born rich.
Ugh.
I have said from day one, I got incredibly lucky. I will never be able to put into words just how lucky I got with all of this shit here.
This is why people like Charlie, though. He's like fucking normal. Like, he's so relatable as a human being. It's just, this is why he was able to make this much money, is not, and putting his little work, not insulting it, but he puts one who probably does the least amount of work to produce his videos on this whole freaking platform. Fuck.
I'm not special. I got lucky. I have always said that, and I still believe that to this day. Now, something I saw a lot of people asking after the video I made about turning off...
Damn near all of it is watch page ads. That's what it is.
Off all the donation stuff is how much money I'm leaving on the table. And while it's kind of hard to show it on Twitch considering both subs and bits are technically still on, even though I discourage both and have bits at a point where I don't think it's even possible to use them, I still can't get like a hard number on what's like gone now or anything like that. But on YouTube, I can show you directly. So with memberships and supers / gifts, I made over $1 million. Keep in mind, I've only had those things enabled for about a year. So it was $1 million in a year from just normal people donating it to me. Again, that just doesn't fucking sit right with me. Now, I know there are plenty of streamers and YouTubers that have significantly more money than me and have subs and donations on and whatever.
Just imagine how much Mr. Beast is making.
I don't care. Like I said, this is not me trying to lead some kind of revolution here where all of them turn it off. It's their choice to make. I wanted to explain fully why I don't want normal people just giving me their money anymore at all. Also, to be honest, I think just full goatseeing, showing how much streaming / YouTubing can make, just showing you the full, unedited, raw numbers is probably helpful.
I don't even need half of that to be straight. Like, even less than half of that is just like a lot of fucking money.
For normal people so they can see how much money is in the space, because I think there's often so many question marks from people wondering how much does a streamer or YouTuber make? They'll either say like they're making billions of dollars or they're making nothing. There's never like an in-between because there's never any like really hard numbers to look at. So I think something like...
Shout out to DL for the $2 Canadian. Have you seen the AI Report 2027 video on YouTube? No, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Like this can be helpful for that, especially because over the years I've noticed there's been a multitude of creators that have come out and tried to like underplay how well off they are financially because they believe it could be somewhat of a brand risk where if they are perceived as being someone that's very rich, well, maybe their audience wouldn't like them as much because they're no longer relatable. It's just something I've seen here and there over the years from a bunch of different creators, and I just find it a bit disingenuous. So hopefully something like this can help show that if someone is in like the top sphere of YouTube or Twitch, they are very, very well off financially. Anyway, though, if you add both of these numbers up, I've made a total of $41.3 million. But that's not to say that's what I have. Now, I do live in Florida, which means there is no individual income tax. Big time
Right,
Florida
D-money, right.
W right there. And I know, I'm big time go individual income tax. But that's not to say that's what
He doesn't pay individual income?
I have. Now, I do live in Florida, which means there is no individual income tax. Big time Florida W right there.
Wow.
And I know, I'm big time gushing grand.
When someone with 5 million subs act like they can't afford something, it pisses me off. No, that's a fact, human being. Like, if you got even 1 million subs, if you got 1 million subs, you're in the top 2% of YouTubers. Like 1%. What am I talking about? 1 million subs and up. Like you shouldn't be hurting for nothing.
More money, more money,
DL for the 2 Canadian. They're saying AI is going to reach AGI by 2027, 2030. I will have to look into that. I had to look into that. I think some people are more worried about AI than they should be, but this kind of money slides way into my life in the future. Man, made this kind of money. That's yeah. Like I said, even half of that. If a nigga made $300K in 1 year, I would be fine. Like, what am I talking about? 300, $200K a year. I'm fine. But Dr. Umar can't finish the floors. Right? You got a personality, man. Get your ass on YouTube and make some money. You have Umar has a personality. As much as I don't like him, you have a personality.
Florida Glazer. I've lived here my whole life, and that is something very nice about it. But it's not to say that the tax man comes in gentle with the lube. He still goes whole hog raw. It is still brutal when the tax man comes a knocking. He'll blow up your guts. And that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. Obviously,
Charlie does give away a lot of money, though. I know his streams, he does like giveaway. He does money giveaways. And if that'll probably be too much. But this, if he did do like, it would be hard to, maybe if he liked, that would be too difficult. But he probably going to continue to do giveaways with money. But I could, honestly though, if I was making over $1 million a year, I would feel so good, even if I don't necessarily give it to people that watch my content, but just some type of, I'll definitely be helping some of my family and stuff like that. But I would like to show some type of appreciation, even like, because the average person, if you give $500 to the average person, you're gonna change their life, but you'll make a huge difference if somebody just landed on $500. You know what I'm saying?
A good chunk instantly goes to taxes. There's also like salaries for the people that I pay on my team.
$150K a year as like for one person, you're fine. You'll live fine. Unless you want to overdo it, some people want to overdo it and live beyond their means. That's really what honestly, most of it always comes down to living beyond your means.
expenses. And also for the first 4 to 5 years of me earning money through my YouTube channel, I donated every single dollar to charity. So while I may have earned $41 million over the course of my time online, I don't have nearly that much.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
But I still have more money than I will ever know what to fully do with. And I actually thought it'd be kind of fun to go through like a deep dive on what it looks like. You know, taxes, expenses, all that kind of thing, to see how it all breaks down. But maybe that's a topic best left for a different video. So for now, I'll probably just conclude it here. Hopefully this was insightful. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
All right. Yeah, that was an improv. I was really gonna end it on the other video, but I got invested. So, but yeah, I think we did it, y'all. That was fun, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all that stuck through the stream from beginning to end or coming anywhere in between. But if y'all made it to this point of the stream, man, make sure to leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.